everyone. And I totally got surprised. I was trying to type something very quickly as we went live. Thank you very much, Michael. I'm your host with the most, your GM, Jared. And you here have joined us all for the Runelord Legacy, where we are playing Rise of the Runelords. But the caveat is we are playing it in the Pathfinder 2nd Edition rule set. So just so that you understand, originally it was written for Pathfinder 1st Edition, which was a different rule set altogether. A lot of things stayed the same in the sense of class names, but a lot of things have changed. So if you're kind of following along or a encyclopedic knowledge of the system, aka Michael, a few things have changed. Sometimes there are traps that would be too high. So just so that everyone's aware, I know sometimes people are like, oh, I like the vanilla. Well, this is just swirl. So with that being said, I want to first shout out our sponsors as they keep the lights on by giving us help. And our sponsors today are Hero Forge for all the really dope miniatures. If you like miniatures, are just a fan of doing something really creative, or let's say you're bored at work and you have nothing better to do, go to heroforge.com and make really dope miniatures. Michael does a whole segment. He is the Pablo Picasso of miniature makers in my life.
Speaking of which, I'm just going to share one in chat now. This is a miniature that I have recently made that I am calling Hail to the King, baby. I love it. It's amazing. It's basically the Dead Aussie Gamer in a throne that I've made of bones and gold.
That's going to be pretty cool. I'm excited to see that. Sorry. Oh, that caught me for a loop. Additionally, we have Sirenscape for all the cool sound effects that you hear going on in the background. Michael is also running that. Michael does triple duty here. He makes miniatures. He runs the sound. He gets us all together. So I guess Michael's our biggest sponsor. So thank you very much, Michael. And our virtual tabletop of choice for our game is Fantasy Grounds. We are playing on Fantasy Grounds Unity. I like it. It's awesome. It's very intuitive, and they constantly keep updating. So if you're looking for a good virtual tabletop, Fantasy Grounds, check it out. And of course, Paizo for creating the adventure campaign way back in the way back day of 2000, and I believe it was 13 when this came out. So almost 10 years ago at this point. So, oh man, my back hurts just saying that number. But with all of that being said, I don't want to take up too much of your time. I want to throw it over to my amazing players. And as always, we will start the morning off right with Becca. How you doing this morning, Becca?
I'm fantastic. How are you?
You know.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I'm so ready to get into this. I play Rain, RLC's character, and this story just keeps progressing at a way faster rate than I can handle. And so I'm losing a lot of my emotions very intensely. It's a lot. It's a lot of outpouring.
Hi everyone, I am AJ Winters. I play the catfolk investigator of the group, Cecilia. I too am going through a lot of emotions, and I think we ended last session with me incredibly sleep deprived and like loopy. So that's going to be a fun state to role play in today, I think, because it's accurate. I'm also in that state.
And hi, I'm Ari. I'm playing the elven cleric of the group. Here is my Hero Forge miniature. And I believe that the boss fight meter was all filled up, right? So I'm scared. Yeah. I'm gonna get my ass kicked once again.
And hi guys, my name is Michael, and I've just realized that I don't have a boss bar meter down there. There we go. I was like, that's a good point. Anyway, yes, hi guys, my name is Michael. I'm the Dead Aussie Gamer. And I play the role of Malvolo and Collodi. Malvolo is a puppeteer and human inventor, and his puppet Collodi is a jerkwad. Again, also having recently seen the boss meter go up, we have been welcomed with the sound of a crashing out of a nearby tavern in the center of a town that we had just saved from a bunch of giants. And kind of being lifted airborne ever so higher is, of course, my mischief-making puppet. who when last we left him was using a makeshift grill to burn gloves.
Yeah, like a hibachi.
Yeah, basically.
Did I miss a whole section of last week's?
Look.
No. Maybe.
Maybe.
A little bit.
I think the loopiness continued. Never mind.
It's okay. You just got into character a lot. So it's just
All right. And I'm still drunk, I believe,
yeah.
right?
Yes.
God.
Yes. There are two very inebriated characters currently. And yeah, so let me jump into the quick recap of what happened for everyone.
Also, I sent you a quick message just before we do.
I see this. So Hato Hero, thank you for the raid. You are appreciated. Noria, you donated $20, and that is always appreciated. Oh, I should get into the donations, but yeah, so 1 hero point for Marvolo, 1 hero point for Cecilia, and 2 hero points for Rain. So thank you very much, Noria. And since we're doing the hero points and talking about donations, yes, there is a number of ways our community, you guys out there in Chatland, can help my players and even me, the GM. So for an easy donation of $5, and any donation is greatly appreciated. So for $5, you can award a hero point or a jinx point to someone, jinx point to the GM, which are those purple little doobly doos you'll see on my character. And the red ones are the hero points. For $10, you can award the mighty and magnificent Sin Boon, which is a really cool magical ability that we just kind of have happen. You could see the symbol is next to my name. That's my Sin Boon for currently. I'm saving it for something awesome. For $20, you could grant someone a natural 20, and that is that little gold emblem, which looks really cool. Rain has one and Scarlet has one. So instead of rolling, you just kind of say, I'm using my nat 20, and then we kind of roll from there. And for the amazing donation of $50, which is mind-blowing, you can have a custom NPC show up or a really dope magical item. We've had custom NPCs change the course of a game, and we've actually had some few magical items change the course of a game. And once we reach $100 donation, we will have a boss encounter. So that could range from giant red dragon losing its mind to someone being sent to the alternate universe, parallel universe, where we're now playing Avengers, which is not the Marvel universe, I swear. Marvel, don't sue us. But yeah, so that's the donation. That's how you guys can interact with us as we play through the game. Any donation is thank you so much. It's just a huge support. And you'll see on the bottom of the map, we actually reached our goal for the Dag face. I support Dag face. Dag face is beautiful. So thank you so much to the entire chat and the community that supports us. We love you very much. So now quickly back to the recap. So Cecilia is back from being held hostage by giants. Additionally, Cecilia has been slipping through time and space. She's just been kind of like jumping forward every so often in time. Not quantum leap style, but very like Terminator 2 style, where she just appears and then disappears. And she finally reached the town, slipped into one of Marvolo's traps that he had created to stem the giants, because they hadn't set them all off yet because they didn't know Cecilia was coming back. And Cecilia fell into the ravine. On the flip side of that, Rain had just fought her primal doppelganger with the help of Scarlet and Marvolo and Collodi. Scarlet created a holy torrent of rain, which kind of burnt up a lot of the undead giants that were attacking. As with everything, they did save a baby, and by baby I like a young red dragon. And just so that we understand, it's not like tiny. It's like a normal size, like think like school bus dragon. and they just kind of get bigger from there. But it does have its natural ability to polymorph into a human, and decided to take on the shape of an Alcese dragon. So it shrunk down, and kind of because Rain smells like a dragon, because of some draconic influence there. Scarlet made friends with many of the guards folk. She had a rowdy evening and called one of them out, which was kind of fun. That was really, really fun. And Kalodi became like the life of the party in the Rusty Dragon. He was dancing, amazing, good evening, good time. You know, everyone's kind of relaxing at this point. All of a sudden, Scarlet and Rain get a psychic call for help from Cecilia, who had slid into this giant hole. Having slid into the hole, the rest of the party kind of rushes out, leaving Longtooth, the baby red dragon, and Kalodi kind of in the tavern, while Marvolo, Rain, and Scarlet went to help Cecilia. As they're helping Cecilia, they get her out the hole. Marvolo goes back out to check for the rest of the traps, kind of set them off to stop people from falling into the holes. And as he does that, he also finds a stone giant stuck in one of the traps. As Marvolo, Rain, Cecilia now, and Scarlet are trying to talk to this stone giant, as we last left off, a massive explosion as a young red dragon kind of erupts over the town, yelling and roaring and shooting fire, not at the buildings, but just spouting fire, and seems very distraught. Both of these scenarios were brought to you by your boss meter. So you could thank the audience for this one. With that, we jump into it as the party is looking at this stone giant kind of now banging on the ravine, trying to like collapse it in and get you guys, right? Like the stone giant's like, I'm going to get out one way or another. The little red dragon that you befriended kind of erupts up, and it's just like rah and fire. And Kalodi kind of like got shot into the air, Team Rocket style, you know, spinning, and lands on one of the buildings. It's a bit chaotic. The dragon is just kind of shooting the fire every which way up into the air, and it's just yelling in Draconic. Does anyone speak Draconic?
Nope.
I don't think so. That would be really handy, but I don't think so.
I think Cecilia might. Cecilia had like 92 languages.
I speak all the languages of our region. I speak Ancient Thalassian, Common, Shoanti, Varisian, and Tianese.
Oh.
Oh.
And Dwarvish.
I speak 10 languages, none of them being Draconic.
She's like, I skipped that class in language school.
I never thought I'd actually run into dragons.
Right? That's who does. So this large red dragon is just rah rah rah, because that's what Draconic sounds like. It's just rah rah rah. Right? Like
Yeah.
like, all in.
Pardon?
And the stone giant is just swearing in Jotun. So obviously, if you speak Jotun, I'm not going to go through all the swears, but there is a lot of swearing coming out from this pit, and it's just stamp, 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 stamp. And then every so often in Common, in a very gravelly voice, it's just, let me out! Let me out! So,
You're really soft. Have I said that? I feel like I've mentioned it.
What? No. Okay, we have to handle this. Cecilia, just stay right there. You'll see. Yeah, this rock. This is your rock now. You just stay and you guard this rock. Yes.
All right.
Perfect. Right.
Wait, can I have a rock too?
But the rock is to distract. Here, you want a rock. There's a
Yeah.
stone giant. You can have that rock. Would you like to help me with that one, Scarlet?
No, he's ugly.
Okay.
I feel so bad for it.
I think maybe there is a quick moment that we can take to assess what is currently happening. We have a stone giant here. Cecilia appears to be on some sort of medication, or a lacking of medications. There is a flying dragon that currently has Kalodi, and that's almost self-explanatory. Why can we not have a single night to just chill out?
I don't know. Rain clearly exasperated, trying to think. Maybe there's some deities out there that really like to punish us for some reason. I don't know.
Oh, that had to be mine. Yeah, sorry about that.
Cecilia, can you roll a fortitude save?
I can.
Thank you. Oh, perfect. Thank you.
I rolled a 2.
I appreciate you, AJ.
Thanks. Does it match my role play?
Yes, I appreciate you so much. So as the
nice
party
drop.
is kind of trying to figure out what's going on, Cecilia, you shunt in time and space again, and you are now, as you kind of like jump forward, you are holding on to a rock.
I took my rock with me.
You took your rock with you, and you are
Alright.
holding on to your rock. Morvolo and Rain, please give me a perception check. Scarlet, you may give me a perception check also, but I will use a jinx point to make you roll it at disadvantage.
Ooh.
Come on.
All of us or just one?
Ah,
I see you, Rain.
I think
23.
just Scarlet.
I just got it.
Just Scarlet.
Drunk.
Oh, 27.
Okay. So, as no one here, as everyone's kind of like focused on what's happening, right? So no one right away notices that Cecilia is missing. Rain, you're kind of looking at the red dragon, trying to like figure that out. Scarlet and Marvolo. Scarlet, you're like looking around for a rock. You're a little upset Cecilia has a rock and you didn't get a rock. You're a little mad. Marvolo, you're looking at the dragon. You're like, okay, Kalodi's over there. I don't know what to do. And then you look down into the pit and you realize that Cecilia is holding on to the stone giant's nose.
What now?
Oh, you jumped down into the you shunted down into the hole.
So I didn't move in time, just in space.
Just spaced.
Yeah, okay.
But the caveat is moving in such a manner, you're a lot less drunk, or you're more coherent as your body has healed as you kind of like moved forward.
I don't think that's a good thing.
You sped up your healing process.
Oh. Okay. All right. Well. Yes, Cecilia.
What do I do?
I think its vision is based on movement.
I'm holding onto its nose.
Remain perfectly still. And then what you need to do is reach into its nostril and pull out one of its nose hairs. So it will sneeze you back up here. Don't. This worked once. Collodi was stuck up the nose of a bulette.
Mm-hmm.
And it sneezed him right back out. Let's just Rain. I just point.
What? Oh my
I don't
Right.
think the giant has noticed yet.
Okay,
Oh yeah, it's in its blind spot. You can't actually really see the tip of your nose.
I have an idea. I have soap on me.
Yes.
And I have a feeling it's a very strong scented, like lavender something or other. I would like to shove this soap bar
Mm-hmm.
up the giant's nose. Disorientate it.
Yeah. So quickly reaching into your pack, you're able to pull out your soap bar.
Mhm.
As you yank out the soap bar, right? So you kind of like you slowly move into your pack,
One hand on the
yank
nose.
it out, and it's sad, right? Because this was expensive, right? Like so, yeah, it's gotta go, but it's for the greater good. And you kind of put it slowly up the giant's nose. As you're putting it slowly up the giant's nose, remember it's a big nose in comparison, so it's like
I'm gonna,
full
like,
arm.
volleyball it.
Yeah. So you kind of like hurl it into the giant's nose. As it does, it gets in there, and now you see the giant just banging, bomb, 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 and then all of a sudden he's a, what?
I back away from
And-
the edge.
Brilchan gave the group a group insight check for relevant information. So let's go over that real quick. Firstly, Rain, relevant information. Red dragons are prone to outbursts of emotion. This is a young red dragon, so it's probably prone to a lot of emotional outbursts. But on the caveat, usually
It's a teenager.
it's a
Yeah.
teenager. You're dealing with a teenager currently. But usually red dragons react to stern parental guidance. That's the best way I could put it.
Okay.
Secondly, Scarlet having divine influence, you kind of see Cecilia jam that, hurl the lavender into her stone giant nose, and you're more concerned that like there's gonna be stone giant boogies everywhere. So you take a few steps back, and taking a few steps back, you kind of knock into some rope, and you look down and you realize there's definitely rope down here, and an area, maybe something for Cecilia to land on, as you realize she's going to probably be shot up into the air, or splat out. And Marvolo, your medicine check, you know that sneezes happen at a very high rate of speed.
So my clue is that apparently Cecilia is going to be launched with some velocity.
Yes.
I'm going to, as I back away from the edge of the pit, I'm going to throw a net over the pit.
There you go.
I have nets. Now, keeping in mind, I'm not anchoring the net to anything. It's just going to catch you at the very least, and
Right.
make it
What if
easy
it
to.
catches me and I go back down?
It's not that heavy. It's a rope net. You're going to come with
I
way
have
more.
I have something to catch onto, but it's not latched to any. Okay, never mind. You do you.
You're coming with velocity. You'll be fine. Yeah, the net will not stop
I'm
you.
gonna go through the net.
You just do the cat thing where you like just fit just between like the squares, and you're just like, thunk. I'm like, God damn it!
Yep.
Freaking liquid cat people.
I'm a lot thinner than my fur shows.
Yeah. Just so that Marvolo, you know that basic human sneezes travels up to 100 miles per hour. So
Sorry,
kinda,
what?
Yeah, that's a real fact, by the way. Basic
No,
human sneezes
Get out.
travel up to about 100 miles per hour. So Cecilia's gonna you want to at least double that for a stone giant.
200 miles an hour?
Yeah, give or take.
No,
200 miles an
hold
hour.
on.
I'm going to project out of it.
It will hurt.
It says specifically the maximum velocity is nowhere near 100 meters per second, instead reaching a height of 4.5 meters per second or 10 miles per hour.
Yeah.
Relative, however, to a giant, which is a multiplication of 4, that should still be a 40 mile per hour sneeze.
Yeah. So you're driving the car without seatbelts.
I mean,
Oh,
it's
gosh.
better than 200 miles an hour. Let's just go with that.
It is.
So there's your insight. Thank you, Brill Chan. They now know how
Might
terrible
die.
this is. So if anyone has spells and you want to prep a spell, now's your chance.
I'm gonna fill my bottle with water, then I can make holy. Just-
Nice.
Nice.
I'm focused more on the dragon, so I'm probably not thinking spells yet.
Got it. Okay. So as the hill giant
You're not
reaches
going to ask me
back.
if I can cast a spell?
Oh,
Not yet.
Marvolo, would you like to cast a
Everyone
spell?
but you.
No. I'm okay. I have one spell, goddammit, and I will be acknowledged as the spellcaster I now technically am.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
It's just electric shock. It's a cantrip, but I still know it.
So reaching back, the hill giant, the stone giant takes a massive deep breath in and sneezes as hard as possible. Cecilia, you get shot up, and what everyone sees, right, is Cecilia now gets shot straight up into the air. The net catches you, Cecilia, right? So now you kind of look like what's that called? Those oh, it has a silly name. Oh, I forgot what the name of it. It's that game where you play badminton. The thing that they hit.
Birdie?
Birdie, yeah. That it's a silly name. I like the name. So you look like a birdie, you know, like one of those badminton things where it's like has the heavy head and then like the net behind it.
Yes,
Cecilia
we definitely
goes-
call them something else. But I don't think it's good for this channel. Shuttle.
No, just a shuttlecock.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
that's
Oh,
think-
fine.
yeah, shuttlecock.
That's fine. It's the actual word.
Thank you, Malakis. Kisa, yes, it is the shuttlecock. So you get shot straight out, and kind of flying up into the air. Scarlet, you look up and you just see Cecilia shooting up.
Can I roll an acrobatics to see if I can get through the net?
Sure.
I just would like to precise that when Scarlett sees Cecilia, she makes a wish.
What is your wish?
I can't tell, otherwise that's not gonna happen.
Oh,
31.
31.
Yeah.
So as you're kind of like shooting up out of the nose, the nostril of this stone giant, you are covered in a little bit of
Gross.
yeah, and you kind of use that to leverage yourself through the net, like to like
Ew.
shimmy through, and you kind of pop out, and now you're kind of just free in the air, free of the net. What would you like to do, Cecilia?
I would like to tumble in the air and then 3-point land because I'm a cat.
Nice. Hero point landing.
Yeah.
As you kind of spin through the air, you use the momentum of yourself falling, and you put yourself into a better position. And as you do, you start to come down onto the ground, landing, and you are in a solid 3-point stance as you land, looking really awesome. You can also now hear from the inside of the cavern many more sneezes as this thing is just losing it.
There is a soap bar shoved up his nose, so that makes sense.
Yes.
Well, I feel much more awake and less drowsy. So whatever I said in the previous state, I retract. Apart from you being soft, Rain, that's true.
Oh. Rain was still kind of like eyeing the red dragon, waiting for it to get close enough. No. Yes. No, I understand. You're
I
fine.
didn't mean offense in me saying that I retract everything from. Anyway, red dragon. What?
Yes. I'm sorry. I feel like I'm juggling 50 million different things right now. Yes. She's looking up at Longtooth. Is he within shouting distance?
Yeah. You could definitely like get your voice loud enough that like you could.
I'm gonna craft a megaphone.
There you go.
Craft check of.
Whoa!
40. Ah,
Best
who's not a spellcaster
megaphone.
now, mother? And I'm gonna give you the megaphone. And
Crafting spell casting?
I used a little electricity in it.
Definitely not.
I used
but,
a
okay.
little bit of my cantrip. That's a tiny bit. Just there. So
That's just called science, I think is what you're referring to.
Science.
go back in the corner. I'm just gonna sit by I'm just sit on a barrel and just.
I'm sorry. Listen, I just don't want you to diminish any actual magic you do.
Look,
So
I
don't lie
made
about
that
it.
out of a horse trough and like 2 chairs that someone left here on this curb, okay? As far as I'm concerned.
Impressive.
it's just-
Yes. Magic, no. We're all right here watching you make it. It's not
Well, look, not all of us can turn into T-Rexes, okay?
okay.
Just having to watch everyone. It's like Scarlet's like freaking healing everyone by just sort of yawning and stretching in a sensual
Yeah.
pose, and you turning into a T-Rex, and like
you
Cecilia
make
apparently turning into a
megaphones.
freaking noodle mid-flight and then landing on her feet.
Yeah, yeah, and you put out a megaphone. Wow.
Cool.
Are you guys, are you guys talking about me?
Apparently, we didn't need a megaphone for Scarlet to hear compliments about herself.
Yeah, that can be heard. If we ever lose her, just start complimenting her. Rain will take that megaphone. Thank you. This is truly impressive how well made this is.
It is. He's even got a paint job, like a red stripe and everything.
Oh,
I mean,
that
I don't know
is
how you make a nat 20 out of a megaphone, but
work of art. Work of art.
it is. You should go in the museum.
She's gonna hold it up.
Mhm.
What are you doing up there?
As you kind of like yell into the megaphone, Longtooth is just like, "Arr!" And then he's just blowing fire. And then at one point you see him turn like full turns around, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's holding a guard, like one of the townsfolk, in his front claw. And he just looks at you like, oh, I made a mistake. And then he proceeds to speak in Draconic at first, like talking back to you, and it's loud and it echoes over the town.
Look at me. You know I can't understand that. Talk to me. Right now, you get down here right now and you set that sweet little innocent guard on the ground and you come talk to me.
So Longtooth looks around, and now the guards are like, the guard in his hands, like with his hands up, are like, everyone's just super quiet, and Longtooth starts to walk towards you, and then looks at you, looks at the guy in his hand, looks at you, and then like kind of smiles and like northerly just starts to let go of the guard, but like at least like 20 feet off the ground.
Don't you dare do that. There will be consequences, mister.
He's just like,
Do not. I mean, it's a whisper in a megaphone, so you can do not drop him. Don't give me that attitude. Set him on the ground.
He takes his 2 front little claws, picks the guard up, and then plops him on the ground.
Thank
And
you.
starts to walk towards you, and then drops to all 4, and then like slithers through the town, and now standing before you. And Cecilia, this is your first time seeing this, is now a very large, long serpentine red dragon.
What on earth have I missed?
This is Longtooth. Longtooth,
Why-
would you like to use your words and say hello to Cecilia?
Why are we on a first name basis with a dragon?
We had a bonding moment. Accidental. And we saved it. Well, Nexon saved him.
Oh,
Rain
no.
turned into a dragon.
What?
It's fine. It wasn't fine, but it's fine.
All right. Hello, Longtooth.
It holds, it like lets its tongue out, right? So it has a very like snake-like tongue, and it flicks you a little bit as if tasting you. And then it seems to recoil a little bit at your taste. And then it looks at Rain, and then looks back at you, Cecilia. And then in its draconic voice, it's just hello.
Wait, is it speaking Draconic or is it just that's?
It's like a very low gravity voice.
Hello. Don't mind the taste. I don't know if I should be telling you I taste better usually, but I'm covered in snot of a whatever that thing is.
It looks down into, as you kind of like, turn, so you turn your head to the pit, to point. Longtooth kind of like rears up and then sees the pit and then unfurls its wings, and its scales start to bristle, and it starts to glow red, and it now like dramatically shifts its position in front of the party, like the group, and it now gets very hot around. Like you could visibly see steam coming off of this thing, and Rain, it's about to blow fire. Like it's
What is
definitely
happening? Rain.
No. Everything's fine. Everything is fine. Look at me. Longtooth, we have it under control. Look at me. We've got it. It's trapped. It's not going anywhere. I need you to make sure you just breathe. Ready? Take a deep breath in with me.
Yes, Longtooth.
Take a deep breath in.
Listen to
Exhale.
mommy, to Rain. Sorry. Whoop.
takes a deep breath in, and then you see like its chin kind of like starts to swell with flame, and then it's like, and you could see it's like now making eye contact with you, Rain, and it's like Longtooth starts to nod. He's like, yes, let me do it.
You're
I
going
mean,
to
I'd
get
be all for
answers.
it.
Don't you want to hear who did this to you and how we can get more information?
Actually, that does make a valid point. There is a group of people that will die if we don't go and save them now. So we need information from this man. Troll thing.
Rain, make a stern check, like being stern. I'm assuming that's intimidation.
Sure.
Can I
Yeah.
help? Can I help with my diplomacy?
Yes. So you can roll diplomacy and sternness. Angry ant checks. That's what I'm calling these. Just being a grumpy ant.
There.
So 29 is solid. That is 1 second. Let me just double check my numbers here. The DC was a 24. So Rain, you get a +1. So that gets that to a 26. It's not a critical success, but it is a success. So as you're like, no, don't do that. It kind of looks, and still you're like, listen, we could talk to them. and then it just lets out its fire just gently around its mouth, like lets it dribble off of its face. And now fills the place up. And
It takes a whole new meaning to fire and brimstone.
Well,
now the inside of the tunnel, the pitfall trap, has stopped sneezing, and you hear a very low voice start to chuckle from deep inside. Oh, I see you found the whelp.
Rain
Be careful
just
I don't shove another bit of soap up your other nostril, mister.
honestly, you could if you wanted to. I see no issue with that.
Apart from a lot of people who die.
Well, one soap up a nostril probably won't do the worst thing. She looks over at Longtooth. Yet. All right. We need some information. And before Longtooth decides to teach you a bit of a lesson, you might have a chance to help yourself out if you share some information with us. Now, we're only going to ask you once, and I'm not around to have the patience to ask more than once. So, if any of my companions ask you anything, you will answer clearly and directly.
Or what?
This is not a negotiation. There's no hold on. This is how it's going to go. You are in a pit and you are surrounded, and we have been able to take down many of your companions. So it is not that you are invulnerable. You are in a very weak point right now, but you have an opportunity to negotiate a little if you are willing to just work with us a little bit. I am tired and hungry and a little just socially drained, and yet you all keep showing up here. So help us out. And Rain's going to take a small step back and allow her friends to continue the conversation in which she no longer has the patience for.
I give wide eyes to Scarlet, like.
I say, what, to have something in my teeth?
No, God, no. Not to mention the fact that a dragon is willing to burn and eat you alive. So really, you should be cooperating. If it was me.
Well, I don't see why I should. And let me explain why, right?
At this point, interrupting him, Malvolo is going to climb into the pit.
Jesus Christ.
At this point, Malvolo, as he comes down, he you kind of get this sense of like you've heard this Malvolo before. As he pulls back his hood, he keeps his mask on, but as he does so, he starts to mutter and swear in a mixture of common and dwarvish, as he says, "I'm not afraid of you. There are many things that I am afraid of. I'm afraid of being sneezed on by a giant moron. I am afraid of a giant dragon turning me into a cinder. But I have just woken up this morning and said to myself, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to kill at least 13 people who piss me off today. And I'm already 6 of you, mother..." And he starts to swear down, having killed most of you in the fricking river and drowning you to death and capturing the rest of you in these pits. Rest assured, I don't need a pit. I will come here and I will rip your heart out with my bare hands and feed them to... And he's just going to keep yelling at him for a good... 1 moment. 4 minutes.
So for 4 full minutes, you're kind of just going to start berating this stone giant.
Oh yeah, I'm walking directly towards the stone giant without even stopping. And basically... Malvolo is not afraid of this giant. Even if he were to hit him, Malvolo is walking with, forget confidence. Malvolo is walking with him with fact. It is a fact that the moment he does something, he will die. It is a fact that if he doesn't give us information, he will die. And it is currently a fact that by the time I reach this sentence, if you do not say, yes, sir, you will die.
All right.
Are you going to answer our question?
As that's happening and Marvolo's kind of like coming in like that, the stone giant was now going to call up to the rest of the party and it's just like, hey, the one with the mask is in here. Listen, I don't want to have to smush him, but get him. He's crazy. He's lost it.
I'm going to.
And the stone giant is trying to like back up away from you, Marvolo.
I'm going to use a craft check.
Mm-hmm.
And what I want to do is, do stone giants have hair?
I feel like they might have like.
Sweet. I'm going to use a small carpentry bit of 2x4 that I've got. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my extra strength tar adhesive that I've got in my actual crafter's pack.
Yes.
I'm going to add a very swift incision to the top of his boot. And I'm going to rip every single fiber of the hair that is on his big toe with the wax on the wood that I've just put, and just rip it in one big pull, just to tear all those little hair follicles out from his big toe.
Oh, rude. Oh man, that's terrible. So you gave him like the fastest wax ever. On his toe.
Non-consensual waxing with a craft check of 30.
That's a lot. So as you yank back, right? And you kind of just with like a 2x4, you just kind of like wax his toe. A loud like yell kind of comes up, and it just like erupts out of the ground. It actually shakes the ground with how loud this is. As that happens, Longtooth slithers around the party, kind of pulling you all together. So Rain, Scarlet, and so you kind of get all yanked together as Longtooth has like kind of coiled around you as more of like a protective situation. And he's kind of like opened his wings. And now he's just like roaring back into the thing. Flames are kind of like shooting out of his nostril. And the stone giant stops, and like a tear in his eye forms and just drops onto the floor and creates a puddle. And he's like, why would you do that? No, someone get this guy out of here. He's crazy.
So I'm going to take water from his tears. And I literally so basically I drop the hair covered baseball bat that I now have. I grab a bit of like one of my like oily do-rags and I dip it in the tears. I then put it on the freshly shaved toe and I hit it with my cantrip of electricity.
Oh no.
This why do you ever want to be into magic when you have science every single time?
Because all I can do is mildly annoy people.
As Marvolo's doing that, Scarlet, what did you want to do?
Scarlet is gonna take the opportunity to threaten the giant, and I'm all right. Now you're gonna answer our questions, starting by: if poison goes over its expiration date, does it become more poisonous or less poisonous? I always want you to know.
What?
Answer her!
The stone giant having Marvolo like kind of have his fingertips like light up with like magic and energy. It's like, yo, you guys are all crazy. What is happening here? And he puts his hands up, and now he's like, who? Someone bring me the moose lady. She's the sane one. And also they get more poisonous. That's what I've heard. But please stop yanking hair off my toes. I don't. What is happening?
It's okay. You can come, mommy. Rain. Sorry.
I don't need this responsibility. Good. Okay. Fine. Looking at Longtooth, not yet. Now, where are you all camped and staying at? We know it's further out, but where exactly is the rest of your group?
Well,
I'm going to count to 3, and if I don't have my answer by then, you're going to be missing another toe hair.
no. Oh, okay.
1.
Okay. It's called the Valley of the Black Tower in the Iron Peaks.
Do we know what that is? Perhaps. It sounds very dramatic. I feel like if
Right?
you know, I was like, "Hey, where do you live?" "Oh, I live on Willagee Drive next to Bayswater." Oh, and also the Tower of, you know, the Valley of the Black Tower, right? Like you wouldn't forget the place, you know?
Valley of the Black Tower. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
Yeah,
there's a valley and a black tower in it.
Yeah.
Found
Like,
it.
oh.
This has got to be it, right? How many others are there?
Yeah.
Maybe there's a valley with the 2 black towers. I don't know.
Yes,
It's the easiest. It's the easiest place for deliveries.
Yeah,
just
just the left of the pit of certain doom, right?
yeah. So you know where the Iron Peaks are, as per the Valley of the Black Tower. That is more of a cultural thing for the stone giants. But it's in the Iron Peaks. So your guess is like go to the Iron Peaks and we'd be able to find it.
Good. Thank you. I appreciate you cooperating with us. A follow-up question.
Mhm.
Why were you attacking here?
We were told to.
Who told you?
Well,
What is their name?
Well, okay. So he is my lord, mighty Makmurian, one of the dark giants of old come again. And that's their full title. Yep. And well, you see, he's kind of got magic. Lots and lots of magic.
Rain quickly looks over at Mavolosi, wondering if there's like a spark of jealousy with that.
Yeah.
Why is it always people of old and with people with magic? Why? Why can't it be Stephen the Snake, magicless?
Magicless.
I'm wondering if I'm being called a snake now, or if
next big
is our
bad
friend,
evil guy,
Stephen the
Stephen the Snake.
Stephen the Snake. Just, why is it? I mean, and you know, the grand irony is that I'm fully aware that we came from a kingdom that was entirely built on the back of spellcasters, which is why Malvolo's got a little bit of a, you know, like it's always spellcasters. Why is it never? Yeah. Anyway, he thinking about thinking about the ritualistic nature of you know, kind of, okay, to kind of throw our minds back a little bit. These guys have been attacking places because they've been told to. First by Zanesha when first by Luke. No, what was her name?
Lucretia?
The one who was in charge of the goblins.
Oh.
Nualia.
I see. Nalia.
Yeah. So Nualia got the goblins to attack Sandpoint. And then the Zanesha got the serial killers to sacrifice people. And then we had the hill giants who were controlled by Lucretia. And now the stone giants are, you know, with Montmorian.
Yes.
So looking at
Yes,
Nualia. So we're looking at Nualia, Lucretia, Zanesha, and potentially Montmorian. We've got 3 pretty women, possibly Lamias. I believe Montmorian may be a Lamia, which is what we are looking for. Is that true, Big Giant, who values his toe?
Whoa. Okay. So you're
I
telling
think
me
he's a henchman and doesn't know the answer to that question, to be honest.
yes, what they said up there.
Damn it.
Why don't we just go to the location like we need to save the people?
Right.
Also, could we ride the dragon?
Yeah, that too.
You could ask him.
Longtooth, want to hunt down some giants and murder them? And potentially take the 4 of us, 5 of... Where is Pelodi? The 5 of us on the journey?
Longtooth looks, having encircled the group, kind of looks at Rain, looks down at Rain, right? This is kind of higher up, like a snake would be, and kind of looks down at you, Rain, and says, well, I would like to. Longtooth, well, what do you think? And just makes eye contact with you, Rain.
Will Longtooth, we would welcome you on our journey because it would be very helpful, but it is also your decision and we will not pressure you either way because we are going into something that would be rather dangerous. And so if you don't want to get into danger, I understand. I feel like that was slightly manipulating in my answer.
Shush. He doesn't need to know that.
Longtooth kind of looks at you, Rain, and kind of unravels the group and then begins to shrink back, polymorph back into like a young draconic looking Alceste, right? Because that's what he wants to look like. It's very unnerving, Cecilia.
I will save my questions for later.
And kind of walks up to you and looks at you and the group and says, okay, if Longtooth follow Rain.
It doesn't have to be following. You are a free dragon and you can do whatever you want. So if you come, it's on your own accord. I'm not a leader.
No, you are not a leader. You are Rain, and Longtooth follow Rain.
Okay.
How about Longtooth fly, Rain?
Sure.
If you want.
Yeah. Longtooth follow Rain. Longtooth bring Rain to a place of sadness and horror.
Okay.
Oh,
Well, when
that
you phrase
sounds
it like that.
like a sad relationship. All right. Let me be clear, Longtooth. We're going into very dangerous territory.
To seek revenge as well.
Yes, to seek revenge, but it is also very dangerous and not everyone comes back every time.
Yeah, Longtooth, no. That's where they keep cousins.
Okay.
Oh. How about we free your cousins? How about that as a good motivator?
Okay.
Good.
Cecilia, he has a very nonchalant attitude towards other dragons, like not.
Yep, that's great.
Mhm.
I think we need to go. If we stay any longer, all of those people that I left behind are going to die.
Right. Right. Okay. So we need to go. She'll look down over at the giant. We will arrange for you at least to stay here, but you will be fed. If it rains, there will be cover provided. Your lord has misled you. This is not the town you were looking for.
And do not cross me, or you will be in for a funging.
What on earth happened to Mother?
So as Marvolo is like yelling at the giant is just standing there, like still rubbing its big toe and looking at this, and it's just like, okay, look, I don't know what's going on. Sure, I'll stay here. Not a problem.
Yes, good. And she'll look at the guard that Longtooth had dropped in. Just feed him every now and then, like twice a day. And if it rains, put some pieces of wood over it so that way it doesn't flood, okay?
I hate to break it to you, but that will still flood through the wood.
I'm not a genius. What do you expect from me? I'd figure something out so it doesn't flood. Not the scientist one. I'm the magic one. She'll look at Marvolo. What can we do to make sure it doesn't flood? Oh, science one. Holding the magical or impressive megaphone in her hand.
We honestly do not have the time. How about a tarp or some sort of controlled way to get the water in a sloping mechanism away from the hole? Cool. Goodbye. We're leaving you with this. We're going on the dragon. We're going to go fight some giants. Save people's lives.
Right. Okay. Yes. She'll look at the guard. Make sure it's taken care of. Longtooth, are you ready?
Longtooth kind of nods at you.
Can you carry all of us?
I hope so.
Longtooth kind of looks at the party, looks at everyone, and then nods. Is like, yeah, I could carry. Longtooth carry it. It's not a problem.
Is he telling the truth?
Well, that's a good question. Is he telling the truth? Would you like to roll a perception check? Because that is how this, I don't know if this has come up yet, but perception is how you could tell if someone's lying. They got rid of insight, like all the other things. It's all under perception now.
I will roll perception then.
I will burn nothing because you rolled a 7.
So come on, dang it! I should have rolled slower.
So your best guess is probably Longtooth is
Gonna find out in the air.
Yeah, you guys will. You think he's fine? He's been flying around. You saw Longtooth fly, here and there, so it's not a problem.
Mm-hmm.
You can carry some of us in your hands so that you distribute the weight, and the lightest of us should go on your back.
Dips on the back.
She is the lightest of us, I think.
Yes, I would definitely say Scarlet would be the lighter.
Nexon.
Or Nexon, but she's not here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is she here? She's in the tavern?
Yeah.
Okay. It's a good question. I had no idea actually where Nexon was.
Yeah, me neither.
Can we bring like a paper cutout of her, like the flat Stacy's?
Yes, just like
travel size, and we'll take a picture of her.
Yes.
You were here. Everyone had a flat Stacy, right?
Yeah.
Or flat Stanley. It was a thing, like in elementary school. You would cut out like a little paper person and laminate them, and then you would send them to people in your family group, and you'd say, send them to someone else. And you would send your flat person all around, ideally the world, and that people would take pictures with your flat Stacy or flat Stanley, and then send you email or mail you back pictures of Stanley or Stacy visiting the world.
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Only you.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
That is
Oh.
literally the first time I've ever.
Yeah.
That's a flat state. Yeah, flat Stacy. Yeah, you take your paper person and you travel around and take pictures of them, and it's like you were here.
Mhm.
Well, there you go. It's flat Nixon. Let's go.
Flat neck.
Yeah, it's really cute. You can do it at any point in time in your life. Just saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to say that was definitely like an American, like middle school thing. Because I remember doing something like that, except
Yeah.
like all my family lived in like a 5-mile radius. So there was nowhere really for them to go.
Look, they went 5 blocks further.
Yeah, it was like down the block.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that's definitely like a middle school American thing.
Mm.
So having a chance, Marvolo, how are you getting out? You kind of
It was a long process. I'm out. I'm out. I don't know if you were watching.
Doesn't want to roll.
Didn't you watch the whole thing?
I didn't watch. Are we
okay.
gonna montage it?
I know.
Do a montage?
It was a whole thing. Yeah, you can watch the VOD now.
Nice.
The audience was
nice.
in on it.
Oh, the audience was there. Got it.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
double
yeah.
checking.
It's very important. Very, very spiritual moment between me and the audience. We connected. We grew as individuals, and now we're here, ready to get
now
on
you're
a dragon.
Beautiful.
Yes. So hopping up onto this long, lanky Longtooth. Longtooth kind of starts to take to the air with its big, well, its larger wings, and it starts to takes up into the air. And in the evening, you start to head out. Driving forward.
So real quick, I'm gonna do this because 1, it's my channel, and 2, if the people who are responsible for this sort of stuff is willing to come and take me on, then by all means. But just so that everyone can enjoy it.
Made an image of us on a dragon.
Oh yes. I appreciate this way more than I need to. More than anyone ever needs to. Yeah.
All across Varesia. All right, that's enough. I really don't want to get sued.
Yeah, I don't know who owns the rights anymore, but yeah.
No one rat us out.
Yeah, no, it's all,
Everyone
this is just between us. Shh, yeah.
Wait, what was that the music from?
It's from the Never-Ending Story.
Yep.
Oh, okay, right.
Yeah.
I thought so.
Yeah.
Okay, I've never seen it. Sorry, so.
So it's okay. It's fine.
Wait, what?
Watch party.
That's it.
All
Yeah,
right.
this is a cancel stream. We're just gonna
Yeah,
watch.
everyone, we're gonna go to a straight watch party now
That's it,
because
straight to watch party.
yeah, because honestly, like I don't know if I could play with Ari anymore. I will talk about it after the game.
Wow.
I haven't seen it either.
Oh, what?
A lot less people on stream next week.
I'm with Ari on this.
Wow.
Just saying, it might be a generational thing.
Yeah, you guys
Oh!
Wow.
I love how-
wow.
I love how
First the ripping of the heart from not seeing it and then stabbing into it like, oh, you're just all
Okay.
Look, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. There's always been like kind of this like old man syndrome between me and Jared, and I feel like Rain just caught some like heavy crossfire there, like
Yep.
like just collateral damage, like just. Whoom.
Why do I feel a sudden pain and torture in my heart?
Oh.
Sorry.
All right.
Right.
So as the dragon flies, Scarlet and Cecilia fall off to their doom.
You know what? That actually.
No.
Oh, that's okay. I got it. I got it. Yeah.
Okay, that was good.
No.
I'm not being petty or anything, but
But-
We also did just play a bit of I'm a little late on the stream. Sorry. I was like, I'm in the wrong spot.
Yeah, I got it. I got it.
Thank you.
I'm usually on the ball with it, but my my thing keeps shuffling us for some
Thingy.
reason. I don't know. It's
Mhm.
fine.
So I'm going to try and share a map. Hopefully this works because my map never it always does that thing with the lighting, where you guys can't see it because I have I need to set it so let me see if this worked. Let me know if you guys can see the map. If
Ooh.
not,
Yeah.
Side
No,
note,
you
do we
can't.
actually get a long rest on the back of a dragon?
you will get a long rest on the back of the dragon.
All right, yep, we
Even
see
in the
it.
claws of a dragon. Is that comfortable enough to sleep?
Yeah, back and back
Just
and,
like do it like a hammock.
yeah.
There we go.
What was that? Sorry. Okay, combat tracker. There we go.
This is a beautiful map.
That
It
map
is.
is absolutely fantastic. Where are we? Oh, Sandpoint. I see.
I don't want to face that giant wasp-like creature, though, ever.
So if you could see on the map, you will see the little red dragon token that I just put.
Oh, that's right. All right, I think I'm ready for this. Let's do it.
I accidentally exited out of it. Can you pop it back up for me?
I don't want to miss out.
I'm sorry.
Yes, Rain. Just for you. Anyone else?
I made a mistake.
Yeah, we're still on his
That's it.
bad books.
Yeah. So this is more or less the coastline. If you wanted to know what it looked like. So as you could see, if you zoom all the way in, it's 54 miles to Magnamar. Remember, that's where you guys went earlier, and then it was about 190 miles to Turtleback Ferry. You'll see the Skulls Crossing. You guys dealt with that. So you guys are heading up all the way, following the river, heading all the way up past Wolf's Ear, directly into that giant flying bug thing. Past that into the Dorval Stairs, and that's where you guys will be traveling to. That's your end goal, trying to get up that way.
Oh, and then we see the picture of the stone giant.
And then right behind it, you see the giant stone giant. Oh, I wonder what that could be.
It's just a picture, right? Like it's a monument they built. That's it.
Yeah. So definitely this map takes like think like the old medieval maps where you would see like here, the sea serpents and where they thought the edge of the world was and such. So that's kind of what this map does. It does bring a little bit of that aspect to this.
Oh yeah, if you look over at where Turtleback Ferry is and Skull Crossing, there's the Hook Mountain Ogres. There's an ogre right there.
Yeah, he's got his little hook claw, which they used. And then if you pass a little bit further, you will just see the purple worm that you guys dealt with.
What, that thing?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not the purple worm. That's Cindermore.
Oh, yes. But that's kind of...
We don't talk about Cindermore.
We don't talk about Cindermore.
We don't talk about Cindermore.
Yeah. As you take to the air, sorry, I now need to look up young red dragon statistics. Okay, 42. Okay, cool. You guys are fine. So taking, well, it's more juvenile than young anyway. So taking to the air, you start to take off, and it's late into the evening. As you kind of travel overland, at first it's fairly quick, but then it kind of starts to peter out into a more monotonous speed as Longtooth has taken up kind of like I'm just going to fly at this pace. As you're going, you don't see any kind of signs or anything of the ladder of any kind of situations. You don't see anything where normally from this altitude you would be able to like look down and see maybe like a caravan or felled trees, but you're not finding any of those. So you probably follow the river, get up to about there. Flying out onto the river and following that river up into following the road up by that river, as you know, that would be the fastest way up.
Cool.
As you're heading, everyone gets a long rest. You find yourselves having time to relax and not need to worry about anything.
I think during that journey, I'm going to make sure the bandages and stuff are tightly wrapped so that I'm not showing that my form is like not there sometimes.
Yeah. Having traveled on top of Longtooth, it's now going into later into the evening, heading into the morning. You guys would have all kind of taken points in which you would need to take a long rest and then have others keep a lookout. I need checks from everyone. So we would just say it's about a 4-hour session on each person. So who would be the first to stay up?
I will be.
I think I would.
Oh.
Sorry. If
That's
I'm
fine.
checking bandages, I'll do it while everyone else is sleeping.
There you go.
Yeah.
So go ahead, Cecilia, make a perception check.
Okay. $32.
You see everything. Everything is so as you're going, you kind of feel the warmth of Longtooth. It keeps you safe. You've never really ridden on a dragon, and you didn't think you would ever really ride a dragon, but your life has changed dramatically as you're kind of bandaging yourself up and looking around. Longtooth begins to speak to you, and in a low, growly voice, Longtooth says, "Why do you smell like them?"
I was captured by them for a good couple of days, eight days or something. No, less. I haven't been able to bathe since I escaped.
No, not the giants. Why do you smell like the dark ones? Like the dark giants.
I don't know. We don't have any relation to them. Do you mean just me or all of us?
Just you.
Oh. I'm unsure.
You smell like the magic that they use to control us.
Oh, right. It's possible. I am not magical myself, but it's possible that where I came from is connected to them. I cannot wield magic, though.
It kind of gets quiet for a few seconds. And then Longtooth says, "If you hurt Rain, I will eat you."
If I hurt Rain, I give you permission.
You good kitty cat.
All right.
And then kind of long tooth gets quiet. And then where you're sitting kind of warms up as the scales kind of shimmer, and he kind of like builds up some of his internal flame to keep you all warm as the night is getting cold.
Thank you, Longtooth.
And then he kind of like shrugs his shoulders, I guess, where you would be sitting, like as an answer, like not like a but like more of like a like we're cool.
And then I wake up Rain.
Is it my turn now?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Rain,
How are you feeling, by the way?
I'm fine. I'm not important at this point in time. I just want to save those people.
You are important.
Yes, but not the priority. Not
Well,
right now.
we can take care of both. You and them.
Of course.
Are you... I'm sorry, I don't know how this works, but are you holding up all right? I don't know if you've eaten?
I ate a little bit before we left. Some of the crackers from Scarlet.
Okay.
I'll be fine. Just know I really appreciate our friendship.
I do too, you know. And Rain's going to walk around this little enclosure. Can I find like any leaves or anything to make tea with?
I think we're flying.
We're flying. That's right.
Dragon.
That's right. We're overhead. I forgot. For some reason,
mean,
I thought we had stopped down for the night.
Jump down.
Yeah, I'm just jump down. Can I just grab some leaves from the tops of trees? I'm gonna pull some from my pouch. I'm going to cast myself because I'm a magician. I'm magician. I'm gonna use one of my spells to I'm going to produce flame to heat up some water and make some tea and offer it to her.
Thank you.
It's good. It's nourishing. It's meant to help with dreams when you sleep. You know, sometimes I know when we sleep, we can't always get away from our thoughts there, so.
It's very true. Thank you.
Listen, before you go to sleep, I want to thank you for being open. I know that's a very difficult thing to do, but it was also very brave. And I don't feel like I'm often that brave. I admire that.
I think you're incredibly brave, Rain.
I suppose it depends on what.
I think that in the short amount of time that I've known you, I've seen you fight for your friends and for what's right, and head into battle even if you're scared. What's more brave than that? In fact, I don't know one moment in time since I've known you that you haven't been brave.
Well, if anything, you are very kind. But
I'm not known for kindness, so...
everyone, I suppose, has slightly different fears. What we're afraid to tackle. For me, I much prefer physical tackle. I can handle that by far more easily than anything else. That is much easier. Focusing on others, that is easier. But vulnerability, that's terrifying to me.
And yet you proved to me that I could be vulnerable with you. So, if anything, I think you should find a way for it to work the other way around.
Yeah. Well, maybe if I could steal some of your bravery sometime.
I would happily give it to you.
And that is because you are kind.
Don't let others know.
Sure. Though Scarlet might be catching on.
Highly doubt it.
You might be surprised. She's fairly attuned to the needs and wants of people.
I know, but she finds it a lot more fun to keep me as her playful enemy.
Listen, that's out of respect. I think.
Tell me, did she flirt with anyone while I was gone?
The Rain is literally laughing out loud for that one. You'll have to ask her that one. I am not a part of this.
I'll take that as a yes. I'm going to get some rest, but I meant what I said. I have appreciated our friendship. More than you know.
Well, here's to many more years, right? And Rain will look up at Longtooth. All right, it's you and me. You doing all right up there?
Longtooth doing.
You're what?
Longtooth doing.
Doing?
Doing. Going. Flying.
Going, right. But how are you holding up? How are you feeling?
Feeling warm.
Good. It can be very chilly up here. How's your heart? Are you feeling exhausted? Are you feeling happy?
Happy.
Focused,
Hungry.
perhaps?
Hungry. Yes, hungry.
Hungry is an emotion. I get that.
Uh,
Do you like acorns? Twilo kind of huffs a little bit in his bag, not wanting to share any of them.
Acorns. No, acorns. Cow?
I am not a cow.
No.
No.
No. Hungry.
I am
cow.
a moose-like entity, not a cow.
No. Rain.
Yes, I am Rain.
Yes. Not cow.
Right, not a
rain,
cow.
Not food. Rain friend.
That is a very important distinction. Thank you. Yes.
Yes. Longtooth hungry.
Oh, for a cow. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. That makes
I feel
a lot
like
more
we're talking
sense.
two different languages here.
You know, maybe you should teach me some of your Draconic, and then I would understand a little bit better. How hard could it be? It'll be very hard.
Longtooth, land, get food.
Here? Is it safe?
Yeah. Cows never fight Longtooth. They lose all time.
I'm so glad that you have won a fight against a cow. All right, if you promise to be quick and we don't wake the others, you can do that, right?
Not wake others. Yep.
Okay. That's the list. But if you need that, sustenance is important.
Uh-huh.
All right.
So Longtooth begins to descend, and Longtooth lands, and so you kind of slide off of him, Rain, and you could see the rest of the party is kind of like taking up different positions, more or less within his scales, trying to keep themselves steady. I'm assuming Marvolo would have like hooked up a contraption or two, like to buckle people in to avoid them from like just falling left and right. I feel like Marvolo would be like click it or ticket, guys.
Oh yeah,
Like, that would be...
but basically we've got like these sleeping bags that have like 4 anchor points, like you have when you're like scaling walls, and they're just tied around these spines that are on the back of the dragon, and anchored in.
Okay, that's exactly what we needed. So landing near this body, this river or lake at this point, Longtooth kind of drops everyone off, and then Rain, you start to try to unhook the people, like let them down a little softer, and then Longtooth begins to just, this is gonna be very simple because we've all seen cats. You know when cats have a hairball and they're trying to like pull it up?
Oh, yes.
Longtooth begins to do the similar action, and as he does that, he kind of pulls something up out of himself, and very nasally just does that, like, when you like pulling that manner. And just one moment, because I need to look. I spelled that wrong. There we go. I need everyone to make a will saving throw, except for Scarlet, Cecilia, and Marvolo. You all get to roll a disadvantage because I'm going to burn my points on you guys.
What have we done to you?
Nothing.
All right. Disadvantage on a will save. Well, I mean, huzzah. Oh, good. I'm so glad that 18 is not counted.
Ooh, natural 20.
Cecilia has a will made of iron.
And a
there it is.
Wow.
That
Statistically,
hurts.
that's so wrong.
That hurts a little.
That does hurt.
No.
Scarlet, I need you to roll one more will save for me
Oh yeah, sorry.
because I'm being mean.
Could we have a long rest, please?
You guys will have a long rest.
Ooh.
Oh wow, Scarlet's in the mix.
Take that. Sorry.
So this works on most people. Let me just double check something because I want to see what happens. Success. All right. So everyone becomes extremely drowsy, right? So on a success, you guys all have a negative on perception checks. As Longtooth pulled up out of their gullet a small, tiny ring and cast sleep because Rain asked him to make sure they didn't wake up. Cecilia with a natural 1 is a critical failure. You're unconscious, so you're for an hour.
I am purring.
Passed out, like you are just passed out, like. But Marvolo and Scarlet, you guys are again. You succeeded.
I got a 19.
But you guys are. Oh, you got a 19. That's right. Sorry.
Yeah.
You pass out for an hour too. So Marvolo and Cecilia just kind of like boom. They become like
we're both
logs.
purring.
Sweet dreams.
Scarlet, having been like asleep, but it's not comfortable. Like when you're on an airplane, you can't find that right spot to fall asleep. You like let your head fall forward and your neck hurts, and then you kind of like, and you're like, ah. So you weren't sleeping too well, but now like an overwhelming amount of drowsiness. You're still able to be awake, but you're just super drowsy. Like Like you've been awake for too long. You're like, oh man, I'm so sleepy. But you do look around and you could see that you've landed. Rain, you're fine. He didn't cast it on you. He casted sleep on the rest of the party. He specifically was just like, Rain asked me to keep them asleep. I'm putting them to sleep. And then Longtooth swallows the ring.
Hey, look, I don't need to sleep, but I ain't arguing with the dragon, okay? And Kalodi just lies down on a rock. I don't have eyelids. I can't close them. I'm asleep. Okay, Mr. Nice Dragon person. Okay, guy. Don't worry. Just
Kalodi puts like 2 leaves over his eyes.
There you go. That's it. 2 tiny cucumber slices. Okay, it's just my beauty routine. Don't worry about it. I didn't see nothing.
So Cecilia and Marvola will get the most restful sleep for an hour. You guys will be super unconscious for an hour.
Marvola's face is very, very vandalized.
Kalodi.
I think this is the most peaceful you have ever seen, Cecilia.
Aw.
Mhm.
Any of you.
And so Rain, using with Kalodi's help, you're able to kind of unhinge and get Marvolo and Cecilia off. Scarlet, you kind of like hop off, but you're like in that like weird like, I don't want to be awake. Now I'm on the floor. This is terrible. And trying to get some rest, you kind of like make a little bed for yourself. Scarlet, it's not like the best sleep, but again, you've been in the wilderness before. And Longtooth kind of takes off back up into the air and is now definitely going to start to proceed to hunt. And that is where we will take our 15-minute break. While Longtooth is out hunting, Rain is kind of keeping watch. And I'm assuming she's going to try and, I guess we'll wake up Scarlet as your next person because she was clearly awake the most.
Yes.
Or Kalodi, either or. But stick around. In 15 minutes, we'll be right back, and don't go anywhere. We'll finish up what's going on. Also, I want to say thank you very much to everyone who has donated or tipped or redeemed points. It changes the channel.
Malakisa just gave you another $20 for your refresher of all of your the Jinx points you just spent.
No.
Okay. Real talk. Malakisa is my biggest supporter. I don't know this person, this human entity in real life, but I feel like I love you. Just understand, if you ever need help, find me, and we can I'll bury a body. If you need to bury a body, I got you.
Don't put that on the internet.
They're helping you bury our bodies in this game.
That's halfway through, mate. All right. Also, yes, we'll be back very, very shortly. And I know I'm going to regret mentioning it, but we are now $2.50 away from a boss battle.
Boss battle.
Yeah, I know. Okay.
I looked at Ari's face, and Ari was just like, "No,
no,
not on my watch."
All right, here we go.
Hi, everyone. And welcome back. So if you're catching up or just hopping into chat, we're playing Rise of the Runelords. I'm just going to do my spiel very quickly for all of you who are new to the chat or jumped in through a raid or whatever. So we're playing Rise of the Runelords, which was written for Pathfinder 1st edition, currently playing in 2nd edition. Currently, our party, we are in book 4 out of 6. So almost done, 4 out of 6. And some of the rules have changed. All the miniatures you see are done by our sponsors, Hero Forge, and Michael specifically. Michael does the miniatures. And we actually all have like our own little miniature sitting on our desk. So if we ever do decide to all fly to Australia, we could play at a table and have our miniatures.
Please, can we do that someday?
Sure.
I'm begging.
I'm all in. I'm all in. So
actually, side note, I
Just
actually
come to Australia, guys.
Yeah, I actually do have a friend of mine who owns a vineyard in the like wine country area of Perth. So like literally hectares of field to do nothing but gaming.
Oh,
I would dress up. I will find a way to bring antlers internationally, and I will dress up for
Beautiful.
this.
We'll do
we
it.
could
We'll
make
do
that
it.
happen.
In a vineyard.
Yeah, that's it.
I will wear leather in the summer.
Wow, that's dedication.
Make it happen.
That's dedication. That's dedication and a lot of baby powder.
I really wouldn't. Not in
Either that, or
Australia.
could we rent some studio time from the building that your face will be on?
That's in
yeah.
New Zealand. And you know what?
It's a little trip over.
Why not make a round trip of it?
Yeah, we could.
Yeah,
we could.
yeah.
I'm sure. Look, I mean,
It's
okay,
just a hop, skipping away, right?
I'm sure. I could
away.
talk them.
Then we
into
could go see
letting
all
us-
the Hobbit stuff there.
Yes, you can.
That's on my bucket list, actually. I want to.
Hobbiton is beautiful. It's really beautiful.
Yes. I hear
I wanna
sheep are
go-
a problem.
Yes.
See any while we were there.
They fight you like the sheep just come out. Like,
No, somebody told me, like, because in Iceland, sheep are everywhere, and they
yes.
they build fences around trees to keep the sheep away from the trees. And someone said, like, oh, New Zealand's like the warm version of Iceland, and they've got sheep everywhere too. I don't know. That's what someone told me.
Yeah, man. You look at sheep and you know they're up to something. They got those
Mhm.
eyes. They're like,
Mhm.
yeah, we're planning something.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, count us. So you fall asleep. Then they mug you. And then you wake up.
What?
broke.
What?
That's the plan.
All right.
That's the plan. Sorry.
They're sneaky. Don't
Sneaky
trust
sheep.
them.
It's next character, sneaky sheep. So with that tangent out the way, our players have just rode a juvenile red dragon that they were able to save from enslavement. If you need to catch up, Michael has all the videos in the Wayback Machine. So you could see why Rain had the ability to break the seal of enslavement due to her druidic magic. Additionally, by having that broken, Rain also became a little bit of dragon herself. And now Longtooth, the juvenile, has decided that Rain is its auntie. Not its mommy, it's auntie.
The cool fun ant.
The cool fun ant, yeah. And they flew on it. They're heading up to these stairs. They're looking specifically for Lord Macmurian, this entity that is controlling the stone giants. Also, a little side note, Cecilia, our cat folk investigator, is leapfrogging in time and space. Every so often she just phases forward or backwards, sometimes steals someone from the past and sends them into a time spiral while they're using the bathroom by a tree. That wasn't really her fault. That was an accident. But that's what happens when you roll a 1 on a stealth and you time jump. With that being said, our friendly neighborhood dragon has taken off to go hunt some lunch or breakfast, something to eat. And the rest of the party is now on a nice little near riverbed, taking a long rest. Also, let's not forget the dragon did cast sleep on everyone so that they could get a nice long rest. Because he was just doing what his aunt said. His aunt said, hey, don't wake them up. And he's not waking them up. So that is where we are. Additionally, we've been getting a ton of donations. So thank you so much to everyone. And with that donation, it also brings in the problem. Thank you very much, Prince Vegeta. Prince Vegeta is the Prince of all Saiyans for that donation. And I'm not saying the boss meter is a boss meter, but the boss meter is boss metered. So that's a thing. Yes. So we pick up with the party now asleep. Rain, you've kind of headed up on your watch. Not much has happened. Cecilia and Marvolo have had the best night sleep they've had in months since time jumping to this time period. Rain, as you go to wake up, who would be next on your list of people to wake up?
Scarlet.
Scarlet, you were only a bit drowsy. So Scarlet, you're waking up to Rain, and Rain's like, hey, it's kind of your watch. You gotta, take on.
Too loud.
It's okay. Just it's your turn. Here's some
my-
tea for you. And it's like
hurt.
a kind of earthy, acorny kind of tea.
It
Just to
smells
wake you
weird.
up a little bit.
It smells so weird.
It's a little different. I won't lie. You're not wrong about that, but give it a try, especially to help wake you up. I promise. It's not the worst thing you've probably had.
Would it make the nausea go away?
Possibly. It's got like a small nutty flavor to it.
Okay. And I will spit back everything on the Rain's face.
Oh,
Okay, noted. You don't like it. I will remember that. Something else next time.
Water, please.
Right. Still with the rest of it still on her. She's not cleaning off, and she will get her water. Here. Oh. Well, I thought I needed a shower today, but this will have to do. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I almost made a really inappropriate joke.
Tell the joke.
It was a nutty drink and salt. Okay, never mind. We're gonna keep going.
we're adults.
It's all over us. Okay.
Good night, everybody.
Good morning, everyone. Who would like a little nut in their drink? Okay, no. Everything's been.
Scarlet shouldn't mind knowing her. But okay, let's get out of the way.
If it's all right with you, can you cover the next shift? The others seem completely knocked out, and I don't think I can wake them. And why not, right? You can look out for
Alright.
everyone.
Like to guard everyone.
Think of it as being in charge.
But we're on the back of a dragon. We are not on the back of a dragon anymore. What happened? Where's the dragon?
Well, he needed a small snack, so he's eating.
Snack.
Yes, a cow.
Wouldn't it be funny if the snack was the one who chewed grass or whatever your cow friend name was? Sorry.
I am not the same as a cow.
No,
I am
but
a moose.
The cow was your friend.
So, oh. Are we any near that cow?
I think the cow.
No.
Okay. I have one cow friend.
You do have one cow friend. You're not near that cow friend.
Okay. It's fine. I'm sure we're nowhere near. It's just a quick snack. It's a necessity, circle of life sort of thing. So I really need a little bit of shut eye. And if you could keep an eye on everyone fairly, that would be appreciated.
Whatever. Okay. What do I get in return?
all your friends stay alive?
I don't see how that's me winning.
Uh,
Come on, give me something.
when Longtooth sheds his latest scales, you can have all of them?
You had me at Longtooth. Okay, let's go. Let's do
Okay,
this.
okay.
Everyone will stay alive.
Okay. Keyword there was shed. And we don't take them early, just in the natural process.
Okay.
Okay.
See about that.
Okay. Yes. Malvolo's over there. Colodi's, he's pretending to sleep, but he's over there as well. I don't know how deep in his pretend sleep he is. So if you need help, he might be the easiest one to call for. Okay.
Okay.
Scarlet, you know that. Where is she? Oh, Cecilia's over there. By the way, she asked if you were flirting while she was away.
What did you say?
I just laughed and I said I couldn't say anything.
Okay. Cecilia wasn't there when me and Jack danced.
No.
No, she wasn't. Okay.
I mean, it could have been an innocent dance. I don't know how you interpret that.
Oh, trust me, it wasn't innocent.
La 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 la. And Rain like covers her ears. I don't know, and I'm staying out of this.
I mean,
sure it was a very innocent dance, and there was enough room for like 4 Alceases in between the two of you.
So
Right. I'm gonna just curl up over here, sing Twilo a little bedtime song just to make sure he's asleep and make sure Buttons is fine. But if you need anything, okay?
Okay.
Oh,
I'll be okay.
are you sure?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. And Rain will go snuggle down, and you can hear her humming to Twilo.
Oh. As you kind of take this moment to get steady, you're humming to Twilo. You gently fall off to sleep. As you're asleep and relaxing, Scarlet, you're awake, kind of just enjoying the quiet of this time. Can I have a perception check, please?
Sure, you can. It's asked so nicely.
Thank you.
Perception, right?
Please.
Let's go. 22.
So you're just hanging out and relaxing, and not much is going on. You have this moment where you're kind of focused on talking to your deity and enjoying your freedom. And do you want to like go back? Is that something Scarlet would want to go back to, her past? Or how is things like shaken up? Like, how was your life in the past compared to now?
Is she having a little flashback? Is that what you're... Sure, she could. So I'm like reminiscing some stuff, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so let me pull out my notes. Okay, so I think about the first memory I've ever had, which was sun blinding me as someone was taking a hat off of my head, a bag off of my head.
Oh.
And being blinded by the light. And I found myself above a crowd and was auctioned as a slave when I was a little girl. And so this is what comes to me when my mind is just drifting. And then I shake myself up and say to myself, no, we said not to think about that. This is gone. This is in the past. I am no longer. I'm safe now. Okay, that'll do for now. I have other things that I would like to keep for later.
So you have this moment kind of remembering your past and how you weren't free, but now you have this moment where you see yourself as being a more free entity.
Oh yeah, and I would just like to precise that there is a shift in between me, the souvenir in the crowd, like being very loud, and then absolute silence and calm, and yeah, being free in the vast horizons.
Yeah, so it's this moment of like you having and knowing that like you're able to just be yourself and be who you are.
Yeah.
What would you say to your deity?
To my deity?
Yeah. What would you want to tell her?
So am I getting in contact with her right now? So that means
yeah.
I will just use my my whip to kind of bandage my arm, which is how I get in contact with Calistria.
Yes.
And when I smell the smell of honey, I will just say, "Hey, Queen." And I would just like to thank you for putting me on this path, because I'm starting to realize that all my life I've never truly known how to be myself, and now I think I know. I feel like every day I am more and more myself. I'm more myself today than yesterday. I know that tomorrow I will get into who I'm supposed to be a little bit more. I started off being a slave, and I wasn't allowed to have any personality or any desire. And then when I finally managed to pay off my debts and start my own business as a mistress, I had to go into this mistress persona, and I kept working and working so hard and never had time for myself or for friendships or for relationships. And I never got to experience my childhood or my teenage years or my young adult years. And now I feel like a kid again with this bunch of people. And I'm so grateful. This is actually all I've ever wanted. I thought that all I've ever wanted was clothes and money and materials and fame and glory and power. But now I realize that this is just the simplicity of liking the person I'm becoming and being able to be true to myself.
So having this moment of quiet and having this time to like really reach out to your deity, a ethereal bee kind of lands on your hand, and it does as we all know, bees do like a little bee dance, and that's how you know your deity has heard you. And a smile creeps across your face, and then the bee stings you, as that is the goddess Calistria is both she grants boons of power, but also she also grants, like in her godliness, she also does she's both good and bad, right? She rides that line. And you don't know what it is, but when you look down, you can see the actual symbol of Calistria on your hand. It now looks like a little birthmark where the bee did sting you. As you have this moment, kind of taking a second to really find yourself and find your individuality here, something that was like taken away from you as a child. You kind of close your eyes and kind of enjoy this freedom, you know? The silence is broken by a loud rumble as a voice that you recognize as Longtooth now breaks it, and it starts to say, "Rain, the cow bit back! The cow won! Help! Help!" And it kind of echoes out over this glade that you're now resting in. It was fairly loud, but sadly, Cecilia and Marvolo are still under the sleep spell. Rain, can you give me a perception check? It was loud, so I want to see if you kind of like wake up. Was that with a I guess perception, right? Like makes sense. Collodi removes his cucumbers and his mud mask.
I'm going to use one of my hero rerolls. Or was that good enough?
Let's see. Yeah, that's good enough. Okay. For your level, let me see. Level 8, 24. Yeah, 24 is fine. The DC for your level is a 24. So you now hear the echo. That got rain, the cow bit backer.
What are you talking about? Cow? How did that even happen? Its mouth isn't big enough to bite you. And I'm like up looking around, like trying to figure out where this monstrous cow must have been.
Yeah. So as you kind of like look around, you can hear off like maybe less than a mile away. You can now hear like a tussle happening.
There's no way this is a cow. I'm gonna throw a rock over at Collodi.
Yeah, look, I'm up.
I know you were never asleep. Don't even pretend that. We all know that. Can you get everybody else up? I'm gonna go see whatever fighting cow this is.
Yeah, okay, but they look pretty out of it.
That's why I'm asking you to wake them up. Clearly the sound is not enough. Can you handle that?
Yes. I can handle this.
She pauses, like,
look,
I'm trusting you.
This is my trustworthy face that I got right here. Don't worry, I'll get them up.
They're all masks. They're all the same. Fine, whatever. Okay. And she will run off towards the kerfuffle that's happening.
Oh, fluffle. I like that. So you kind of take off in a direction. Following the sound. Scarlet, what do you do?
I'm a bit upset that my moment was cut off with Calistria. And we'll follow them, but cursing at them. You bunch of baboons, I was having a moment right here. What are you doing? Where are you going?
So following directly behind you is a grumpy Scarlet, which is perfectly normal. I would be grumpy too, Scarlet. Leaving Marvolo and Cecilia to the whims of Collodi. Collodi, what would you be doing?
Collodi is humming a tiny little song. Yes. As he's going and as he's doing this, he's tying rope to Cecilia and Malvola's leg.
Okay.
And then he's tying them to very, very large rocks. Okay. Na, 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 na. Now I throw these big rocks in the river. Yeah! And
Wait, what?
It sounds a bit like the Harry Potter theme.
Yeah.
Are you trying to murder them? Trustworthy Kalodi?
I mean, how deep is the river? I mean, it's a river, right?
You should have
Yeah.
figured that part out first before you threw the rocks in.
Kalodi literally has no brain.
How deep is it?
We'll find out after these messages from our sponsors.
And this is how we die. Roll new characters.
It was Kalodi this whole time.
Behind it all.
Kalodi was the main bad guy.
Yep, that's it.
We open the inside and there's like dark runes all in there.
So my understanding of magical sleep is that nothing wakes you from magical sleep, right?
It has to be something like this. Like Kalodi theoretically would
Like
be
dying.
able to. Yeah,
Yeah,
like getting thrown into a river. Yes.
like yeah,
would be
basically that, or
something.
I'd have to like lethally attack you.
Okay.
It's like what you did.
But Kalodi just thought it'd be
lethally attack us.
yes.
Kinda.
Okay.
So we're here now. Welcome to the stream, everyone. Kalodi is their dearest friend.
Kalodi's basically the equivalent of my animal companion. So I mean,
Yes.
Quick question: is Kalodi the boss monster summoned?
Maybe.
He's
Takes out two.
once they wake
automatically.
up, he's gonna go rescue them. Maybe.
Yeah, hitting the water.
Got it.
You guys will aggressively wake up at this point. As you start to like, yeah.
Do I have like a knife or anything on my no, I probably don't while I'm sleeping. All right, I just tug at the rope at my leg and like struggle against it.
Yeah. As you're underwater struggling against the rope, Kalodi, you could see them. They're not too far off, but they're fairly far off, right? Like you guys got dragged and then off the side into the river.
I'm gonna take out my short sword and start cutting at the rope.
Mm-hmm.
Is it
So,
is like so? How deep is it?
oh, you guys sink about 35 feet down.
Oh Jesus, that's
Jesus
way
Christ.
that's way deeper than I thought it was. I thought yeah okay.
And the
Can't
river
you-
Yeah,
is moving.
that's
right?
a pretty
So
deep.
Can't
It-
you? Yeah, damn it! Like when divers, if you go too fast.
Oh, I think that's like 60 to 80 foot. Like when you
Yeah,
start
that's-
dealing with
that's
pressure.
really
Yeah,
deep.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And plus they move at about 25 feet. So
But
they
look-
could spend one action just like if we were going by action, right?
Look,
They
I'm
could
not.
spend an action just
Look, I'm not
to
gonna
surface.
lie. I was kind of expecting like like how riverbeds tend to like slope inwards, right?
Yeah.
A 30-foot drop was not entirely what Kalodi was expecting. Though now that he sees it, he's like, huh. Just like, this is the most fascinating thing. I didn't realize this was a straight drop off, but apparently.
Can
yeah,
I
they
cut the rope?
Yes, you can cut
We
the rope.
are dying. Ready to roll anything?
No. You're underwater just aggressively cutting a rope.
Yeah, I'm gonna get my feet out and then I'm gonna go to Marvolo and get his feet out.
Thank you.
I'm gonna gesture to like keep the air in your mouth.
Having that moment to like you're like no don't,
Sorry, can I
don't
just
take
have
a
a
deep
moment? I
breath.
have no idea why, but in the middle of my house, all of a sudden, like a bagpipe funeral march just started playing.
What?
Yeah, like da, 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 da. Yeah, it's just started going like I'm about to die.
Well,
That's
Horrifying.
horrifying.
I guess we're all going to Australia to stop this.
Please, I don't want Melvilla to die. This is not how we wanted to go out.
coming up out of the water, Cecilia, you're able to cut them both loose and pull yourself and Marvolo to the surface. As you get to the surface, you can you kind of swim over, and obviously the water kind of like took you a little bit, you know.
Wait, how? We were attached to rocks.
Well, as you released yourselves and you're going up. You
so as we were swimming up, we kind of went down a little bit.
Yeah, it's not like pulling you over a waterfall. Actually, how much?
So what? No.
Jesus.
This is secretly the boss battle. And it's now
Coloni's
getting
just
pulled
like,
over.
Coloni's just wanted to get them wet, right? And then it's just like clunk.
Mhm.
The secret boss battle was Colody throwing us into a river.
Yes.
Perfect.
The cow was just a distraction.
Yeah,
The
this
cow
is
was never the villain.
the single stupidest way I've ever. Yep. Killed by my own companion is definitely not how I want what I want to put on my.
Killed by yourself, like you.
I killed myself.
You chose.
Yes.
You chose to throw us in the river by
Look.
tying our feet to rocks. That was your choice.
There was an expectation that was grossly misinformed.
Yes. So
Is there a
no,
waterfall?
no, there's no
Okay,
waterfall.
thank God.
I'm just messing with you guys.
We
But
get out of the water.
yes, you guys climb to the shoreline, muddied now and wet, and above, kind of like above you, there stands Colody looking down, big red eyes, and
I think I'm going to kill him.
Yeah, but before that, Dragon cast the spell on you, giving you all the nights for the night. But I got you. I wake you up because Rain has found something that is attacking the dragon, and the dragon has called for help.
I will speak to you later. I am wet and covered in mud. I stomp towards the sounds of the dragon and cow fight.
yes, as you head off in the direction, we now switch paces and turn our attention to Rain and Scarlet. Rain and Scarlet, you're coming down, now running deeper into the marshy area that you're in. As you get there, a horrendous stench kind of starts to fill your nose. And you're like, oh my God, like it's like unnerving as to how bad the smell is. You push past it as you can hear Longtooth struggling with something, and it's chaotic. The dragon roars as it seems to be in battle with something. You come across a corner, you could see some rocky outgrowths, and coming down into this swamp like land, you see Longtooth is fighting what would look like a hairy cow with a long neck. A almost a mix between a buffalo, a warthog, and a hippopotamus.
Okay.
I like it.
Why am I tiny?
Oh, I apologize. Oh, you guys aren't there yet. That's
Okay.
why. Sorry. You
I'm
guys
just
are gonna be
really
tiny.
small.
Yeah, sorry. I set that up so that you guys.
What on earth is that?
It's kind of cool looking.
Yeah, it's
like a moose
evil moose.
cow thing.
Yeah.
No, I've already fought an evil moose. This is not an evil moose.
Sorry.
It's almost dinosaur-esque.
Yeah.
That jaw.
But yeah, it's so this creature has a boar-like head with short antlers, a thick, bullish body covered in spines and fur, and cloven hooves on its stumpy leg. It is large and matches the size of this young red dragon. Additionally, back in the corner, what you see is another stone giant digging up this black monolith. So yeah, so
I'm not there.
so can so sorry, 1 second. Boop, boop. 4. Okay, so in 2 rounds, Cecilia, Collodi, and Marvolo, you guys will be there. So first round going, Scarlet, Rain, what would you like to do?
Oh gosh. I need to get a little bit closer at least.
Sure.
I say, Rain, wait, I think I can do something without you getting any closer. Any closer.
Go for it.
Sorry. My map does what my map wants. There you go. You guys can move your tokens now without having me give you permission.
We're running and we're talking. Whatever you can do, do it. I don't know what that thing is. Wait, do I know what that thing is?
You can spend an action to roll a knowledge nature to know what this is.
I will. I would like to use a reroll.
You may with that natural 1. As an expert, you realize it's a monster.
That's a thing from the woods.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. 22.
22. This is actually known as I'm going to butcher this name, but it's a Catoblepas. Catoblepas. They live in marshy rivers. Is an aggressive beast, willing to knock down trees, fences, even small houses to eat whatever it finds interesting, be that metal, plant, or animal, or actually even humans. Though it prefers swampy areas, the Catoblepas has been known to forage in plains, forests, and like marshes. Before returning to the water, helps it kind of stay afloat like a hippopotamus. They stink real bad, and they are also really they will eat young dragons. That's the thing. Like they're kind of like goats. They would just eat whatever.
So I can treat this like the invasive boar series, like boars in Texas. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. That thing will eat Longtooth. We have to stop it.
Yeah, hold on. And I would like to use calm emotions.
Okay.
On me or the beast?
I was thinking, I think it affects all creatures.
On the monster?
Yeah, it comes every creature in the area. And I thought I would use the spell. And then you run off in the direction and so get affected at the same time.
Oh, I see. So she's whoa. I see what's happening. So sorry, I just got an error message popped up on my screen. Just error. I apologize for that. I see what you're doing. So Scarlet kind of wants to use calm emotion, but more like a confusion ability. Like she's trying to confuse the animal and give you a chance to kind of get in their reign. Am I correct with that, Ari?
Yeah.
Okay. So Ari reaches back, begins to cast her ability of calm emotion. She's like, "Hey, man, what do you say? What's your thing? Like, just chill, dude, chill."
It's just a very soothing smell of honey.
Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. So she will cast it upon this beastie. It saves, but in that save, she has it takes a -1 on its attack rolls, which is good, and it kind of affects the creature. The creature, like, now smelling honey, it's like, oh man, savory and sweet, dragon meat and some honey. Yeah, I want some of that. And its long neck kind of like swirls around, and it's looking for where it could see where that honey smell is coming from. giving Rain that opportunity to kind of like rush in and get into a better position. So you cast your 2-action spell there, Scarlet. You have one more action. You want to run up. What you want to get behind some of those rocks, maybe some of those trees.
I will get behind that rock.
I like that, Scarlet's like, yeah, rocks. Makes sense to me.
Yep.
Yeah, there you go.
You finally get a rock of your own.
She got her rock. All right, Rain. So you used your action to start running. You can smell the honey smell. You racked your brain to figure out what that beastie is, and behind them, you could see that stone giant is like just pulling up heaps of dirt and is trying to unearth this. Like at first, you were like it just kind of looked like a large obsidian pillar. But now as it starts to pull up, you could see there's maybe writing on it or something, but it's much longer. It's kind of like laying in an angle.
Okay.
So what would you like to do?
I am first going to focus on my dragon friend.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to use my last action to move enough to get in between the two of them.
Cool.
I'm going to try to split it up and be the one in between.
All right. So there is a funny thing this thing has.
Does it also eat moose?
It does. It's actually cannibalistic. That's why you would never see more than one normally in an area. But you need to make a fortitude save.
Okay.
Because it has a stench aura of 30 feet. It stinks.
Oh my gosh. Why did he pick of all freaking creatures to snack on? 28?
28. Fortitude. Sorry, 1 second. I'm just looking up its save. Because normally they have it like right next to it, but the layout didn't come proper. I think that was what my machine said. It gave me that error, so I'm pretty sure.
We didn't import this correctly.
Yeah, it was.
This
is
a monster in many ways.
Yeah. Your save is a 26. Sorry.
Okay, good. I saved then.
Yes.
So the 28.
With a 28, you save. Yes. And it's not so bad because you save and it's stinky. And it kind of like makes you start to gag a little bit as like you kind of run into this area like, oh, it stinks so bad. It smells like dirty baby diaper and rotten fish, just real bad.
It's fine. I've had to shovel manure before. I can handle this.
Yep. So now you come up and it's my monsters go. My beastie will go and it's going to try to bite our little dragon friend. Because it can.
Please fail.
Oh, it misses on its attack, which is perfectly fine. And my stone giant gets to go. Go, stone giant, go. And stone giant is going to continue to dig. All right. I'm going to roll this. All right. Got it. Okay. Now, at this point, Scarlet, you hear kind of from behind you, you hear rustling and busting out of a brush higher up on a on higher above you. You hear Kalodi and Cecilia. I'm assuming Cecilia is just not too happy.
I'm so angry. I'm like drenched. And we know Cecilia hates that. My legs are no longer like white fur. They're like muddy brown because of the mud.
Yeah.
And my bandages have started unwrapping themselves because I got tossed into a river.
Do I see them?
Yes, you see them now.
Okay, I'm gonna say, oh my god, this is the largest trash panda I've ever seen in my life.
I ignore her. I ignore her and I charge into the fray.
Oh god, okay. and I'm gonna say, "Oh shit, that's Cecilia." Oh god.
I can
I'm
get
so
there.
small.
Okay, yeah. So you could get like up this far, and then like you get to that point, and again make a fortitude save as you are physically hit by a wall of that stench.
Fortitude.
Okay,
27.
perfect. Again, 26 was your number. You got over that, so you're safe from the smell. But again, it's rancid. You've not smelled something like this, and as you kind of run in, you're kind of hit with that like, oh, it stinks so much. It stutters you. As you get there, you notice, Cecilia, you get that close, and all of a sudden, that stone giant in the back yells up, and in Jotun, right? And you speak Jotun, and you hear it, and it says, "Oh no, it started," and the monolith lights up like a beacon. And I need you to make a fortitude save.
Another one.
Sorry. And also, you'll be rolling at disadvantage on this because I'm using my ability.
And I already rolled a 5, so that's
I want
not
that
great.
one. I want that one or that 20.
7.
7. All right, 5, 18.
We're so close to a 1.
So you kind of you're running, right? You hit that wave of smell, and what everyone sees is Cecilia just blinks off the map real quick. Bloop. Marvolo, what would you like to do?
I would like to fix the stream.
No.
I just blinked. I'm not there. All right.
Oh, did we lose someone?
I got you, AJ. No, we're all here.
Oh no, we lost me. We lost
Ari.
you. No.
Oh,
Hold on. Why are
totally
you...
Brendan Fraser's fault.
Ugh, why are you being a pain here? Hold on. Sorry, 2 seconds. Ah! All right.
I'm not Brendan Fraser anymore. I'll have it.
There we go. Okay.
Dang it.
And then here. All right,
Perfect.
done. Okay. Malvolo runs upwards and seeing I guess seeing Cecilia vanish sort of stops in his tracks, presuming, as Malvolo does, that there's some kind of trap up ahead. But I'm looking around. I can't see any. Can I see any magic runes? Can I see any?
What you now see is this glowing black monolith laying on its side.
I'm gonna try and use every brain cell to try and figure out the engineering of the monolith to figure out what it is and what it does.
Please make a knowledge Thessalonian, which you're pretty high in because you are the oldest.
Could I use warfare?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, I'm gonna use my hero point. I'm gonna try and get a little bit better than that.
Do it.
All right. All right, let's try again. Come on.
Is that the
For
same
real?
thing? You can't roll the same thing as per my ruling.
Oh, very well.
It's either higher or lower. You can't do the
I
same.
can't just roll the same.
You're not allowed. I hate that.
Okay, there we go. 28.
There you go. 28. All right. You could see Thessalonian runes are written upon it. And it seems to be giving off some kind of weird aura of magic.
What is it? Oh, so these are just magic runes? They don't say anything specifically?
You're
am
you're kind of far away. You're like you're far away, so you can only see them at the top where it is. What it is saying, it's talking about. You remember, you're not seeing like the whole thing.
Yeah.
So what you're getting like bits and pieces, and it says, "Hurry up, you fools."
Okay, not a trap. Crap. Kalodi, go get him.
Go,
And
go.
I'm going to use my 2 actions to command Kalodi, which will give him 3 actions in the round. 10, 20, 30. 10, 20, 25. He's going to move over to the Ketoblippus, but then move past him. 10, 20, over to this guy, the giant.
Oh, nice.
And he's like, hey, buddy, that looks heavy. Can I give you a hand with that? And he's basically taken off his left hand and just fixed it into the form of a middle finger, which he's just holding up at him.
Of course he is.
And then he's from the sheath in his forearm, he's pulling out the chainsaw.
Nice. Okay. So now we come back to the top of the round. Sorry. Okay. Top of the round. My Catableepers goes, and then it's Rain, and then it's my giant. Can Marvolo Kalodi roll initiative?
I guess. Yeah. I think I'll use a hero point and roll that initiative again, if that's all right.
Do
Please.
I need to roll initiative?
Not yet.
Okay.
That's better. 25.
There you go. 25 for YouTube. 25. Okay. All right. Catableepus is angry, is hungry, like to take a bite out of crime. But first, it's gonna antler the young red dragon, Longtooth. It will hit. Bang.
Whoa!
Sorry. It should have had full hit points. Sorry. Everyone said whoa. That's kind of funny.
Already?
Yeah, off the bat.
We show up. Yeah, because I mean, I'm sure it may have taken some damage, but you know, in the time it took for us to get here. But it's like, wow, this was a very one-sided fight.
Yeah. And then it's going.
Cow.
Yeah, this was the wrong cow, and then it's gonna bite him. And that's gonna hit.
Jeez.
And there it is. All right, Rain, what would you like to do?
I, terrified and seeing it land all of these hits, I will cast Hydraulic Push on this creature, trying to push it away. So,
Push it. Push it real good. Oh.
I would like to redo that. I am scared. I know it's not dying, but the fact that it popped up and accidentally said that my dragon was dying, I'm gonna do it. This creature is terrifying. I would like to use my nat 20.
Yes. All right. So that pushes it back
10 feet on a crit.
10 feet. 10. So that's 5.
Yeah.
10, 15. So it's like right there.
Yeah.
All right. So getting launched back at Kalodi. Kalodi, you're kind of like Kalodi standing there, and this giant hippopotamus moose cow just kind of gets knocked towards you.
Uh-oh.
Like, you're fine. You can handle it.
You have one more action.
Okay. As I use this hydraulic push, can I roll damage as well for that?
Yes. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes. Sorry. I apologize for that.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I'd like to hurt it as well. That's not a lot of damage, but it's something. 7.
Awesome.
7 for my crit. I'm trying my hardest. They just
Oh, well,
push it
that
away,
would be
like,
14. Sorry. That would
okay.
be 14.
Oh, yeah, because we doubled out.
There
Yeah.
you go.
So get away! And I am trying to protect my dragon, so I'm going to move now literally in front, and as my last one, I'm going to put my shield up. To now
Awesome.
be in between the two.
My stone giant goes. My stone giant first is going to use its nat 20 to kick Kalodi 10 feet away from him because he's upset. So that will just
well. Thankfully, I brought my shirt of "Don't kick me."
well, he's kicking. So it's just times 2. So it's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 points of kick damage to Kalodi, bludgeoning, and Kalodi gets back 5, 10 feet. Second action, it's going to then turn around, pull out. At first, it was using its hand. Now it's going to pull out what looks like a mining pick. And third action, it's going to strike the black obelisk. As that happens, Cecilia, please make a fortitude saving throw. Yes. Cecilia, you reappear. All around you, it's desolate. There is nothing around you. The ground is barren. The sky is red. And it seems to be nighttime. Make a perception check, please. That's
19.
fine. You run over to where the obelisk was, and now laying there is just a massive hole. It seems to have been dug up, whatever was there. You look around to where you are, and again, this desolate, eerie area. You don't hear birds, you don't hear anything. Off into the distance, you look up, and you see now cutting across the sky, coming into frame. It at first looks like a bird. Something black is kind of like a small dot in the horizon. And then it starts to come larger and larger up overhead. And you realize it is a floating pyramid. Or, it kind of looks like an Aztec pyramid, so more square. And above it, hovering above it, is a massive symbol. The symbol of greed, etched on a giant golden plate.
Perfect.
You look around the area, now trying to figure out which way to go. You start to...
Okay.
So you start to
Do
back
I
up.
recognize the area? Like it's desolate. Is
Yes.
it the same location I was in before?
Exact same location.
So I'm in the future.
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to spend an action trying to get back to the past.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to try. This hole was where the thing was, right?
The monolith was, yes.
Okay. I'm going to try and bounce back before the thing lit up, and hit where I think the thing is gonna be with my short sword.
Got it. All right, make a fortitude save. Yep.
I'm gonna use advantage. I'm gonna use a hero point.
Okay.
So the first one's a 27.
Okay.
And the second one's a 32.
All right. So now you pull out your short sword and you're like, all right, I kind of know where this is. And you just swing with all your might. And you focus on trying to get back. You focus on your rune. And then as you focus on that, you quickly see a still image of Morvolo patching you up. And it's an old memory. It was a memory from months ago when you guys were fighting up into the mountains against those hill giants, when you needed some patching. And holding on to that memory, you're able to kind of focus yourself in time, using a friend as an anchor point. And you strike and you hit something, and now it looks like time's rewinding all around you. You kind of look around and time quickly goes back, and you see Rain being stomped underfoot by the Catoblepus, and Longtooth being enslaved again by the stone giant as it has pulled the pillar up. You quickly see Scarlet and Marvolo back to back fighting, casting spells over on top of spells as more stone giants kind of fall upon them. And now you reappear, and standing next to you is a stone giant slowly digging up the top. This is before the rest of the party got there, digging up the top. And you appear out of the blue. As you appear out of the blue, you see the stone giant starting to dig, scares him, backs up. Holy shit, what happened? And above you, dive bombing down, is Longtooth beeline for the Catoblepus. He thinks it's a cow. He doesn't realize what it is. This is moments before the attack happened.
I'm going to hit the short sword against the stone, the whatever it is, and yell up at Longtooth. Longtooth?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Longtooth.
Not a cow. Try again. And I hit the thing.
As you strike it, Longtooth kind of like he's still in that, like a hawk diving down for its prey. His little wings open almost a little too late as he kind of like stops. As you've kind of changed time, and the Catoblepus looks up, and here's the thing that most people don't know: these creatures have a breath weapon similar to dragons.
No.
And it's smog and green smoke starts to pour out of this thing's mouth, and its head swivels, seeing Longtooth, and Longtooth blows fire. The same time this thing blows its poison breath, and it flies in the air, causing this massive explosion. Longtooth is tossed to the side. As you strike, please make a fortitude save.
Oh my god. What? 28.
Good. You strike again, and this time it jumps you a few moments past the blast. The stone giant got thrown back. He's a mess. He's up in the branches in some of the things. The Catoblepus, its skin has peeled off of its face. The explosion backlash. Longtooth's wings are a mess. He's now standing, looking, trying to figure out like how to fight. You can hear coming from the distance now. You hear Scarlet's voice, as they are now running to this area to figure out what's going on.
I'm going to. Is the thing I hit? Is it damaged?
So every time you strike it, you seem to be shunting yourself in all different directions.
Okay, I'm gonna go over to Longtooth then, and try and like heal him, protect him from the like skinless thing in front of me. And I know that my friends are on the way because I caught up to them when they got here before. So yes. I'm gonna protect Longtooth. I'm just gonna look down at my limbs. Are they fading still?
Very much so. Every time you've jumped, there are now bits of you not there. You're still there,
right?
But like it's see-through.
Yeah. I don't have time to hide that. I'm just gonna take a defensive stance in front of Longtooth.
As you kind of take up this stance around Longtooth, he like hobbles over to you, and it's at this point as he's hobbling to you, the Catoblepus is bleeping. I don't know what sound these creatures would make, but I'm just gonna say it's bleeping this weird sound, guttural, as its flesh has been torn off. And Longtooth also is a mess. And Longtooth, as he hobbles towards you, shrinks back to that like draconic Alceste form. And his body is a mess. His horns have been broken and shattered. His skin is scarred and burnt from that acid blast. And he kind of like lays onto you. And he says, "Soft kitty. Thank you."
I put a hand on his chest, like with my other hand, just to like keep him away from the dangerous thing. And hope to God that I don't disappear again.
As you're standing there protecting Longtooth, this evil hippopotamus monster, right? Like that, there's no real good description of this. Turns and is now frothing at the mouth in rage. It's just full of anger. You can now hear the stone giant standing, its rubbly knees cracking, and it pulls out its massive mining pick. As you're standing there looking at what's going on, Scarlet, you come into picture. Scarlet is kind of runs over. You come into picture kind of ahead of Rain. You kind of took point in this changed timeline with the explosion. Rain following right behind you. You now have this image standing down there by this monolith is just Cecilia holding Longtooth with her sword up. Some of her body is no longer there. Like it looks like bits and pieces of her has just been like someone took an eraser and erased them. There is a stone giant kind of like standing to its feet, and this hideous monster, large cow monster. And this time Collodi chose not to toss you guys into a river. And Marvolo actually comes up next to Collodi, and behind them is Cecilia. And you see each other, and in that moment, you realize something's wrong here. Something was changed dramatically. There's both of you at the same time, and the monolith itself starts to come out the ground erect, and it stands right up, and past Cecilia is pulled forward, and both Cecilias kind of smush together. You're now more solid than you were a few moments ago, and having now these two different time periods kind of pulled together, the monolith finally comes up erect, and on it is written all these different Thessalonian runes, and they start to glow. And you holding Longtooth, you start to fade into time, Cecilia.
I'm gonna yell out to the others, destroy the monolith, otherwise everything else will be desolate.
And as you scream that out, the monolith lights up and a burst goes out, and time slows around everyone. The leaves get pulled up off the trees. The ground gets overturned. Cecilia, you and Longtooth are yanked from time. Scarlet, Rain, Marvolo, Collodi, time speeds up, and everything is now back to normal. The ground has been overturned. The trees have been left barren. And the ground here is desolate. Additionally, there is now a stone giant standing there, completely turned into diamond, So it is about a 20-foot tall statue of Diamond, and the Catablebus has turned fossilized and falls over, desiccated. Where once there was a black obelisk, now stands a golden obelisk. Completely changed and different. The writing that once was Thessalonian has now all changed to common. The group kind of moves forward and goes up onto it. As you look at this now smaller golden obelisk, you could see there's all different writing on it. Some pictographs. And reading it, you hear a friendly voice in the back of your head. Cecilia, what does it say?
I'm sorry I didn't tell you, but I'll be helping you on the journey as much as I can. I have left something behind, or I will do. In order to find anything that I've left, you'll see claw marks, and beneath it, 2 teeth marks. I hope I get to see you again.
As you you read that, and then at the very bottom you see claw marks and teeth marks, and then Marvolo and Scarlet, you kind of like walk around. Rain, you're kind of like staring at that, and you walk around it. And Cecilia, would there be any more writing on there for your friends?
I think if there's 4 sides to this thing,
There are.
There's one for each of them that has a small little note. Rain, I meant what I said. Our friendship means the world to me. I will protect you from the past as best that I can. Scarlet, you lost a bet. I would like to reclaim my reward. Even though I might not be with you, I ask that you protect and care for the others in my place. Just know, I always had a small thing for you, no matter the rivalry. Love, Cecilia. Marvolo. And Kalodi. Your mind is brilliant, and your bravery that I've seen start to emerge has been excellent. Don't shy away, especially not from your friends. You have more to give than you know.
As the group kind of takes all of this in, Scarlet, you kind of reach out and you touch the monolith,
And
knowing that you lost your friend.
yeah, I would just like to say, I think I lost a lot more than just a bit.
This has to be a joke, right? I mean, this just doesn't make any sense. You find that Malvolo's sort of stuttering incredibly heavy words just trip as soon as they pass over his lips. Again, Kalodi's just kind of off to the side. The animation, the the personality that is normally in his movements sort of ceases once again as his body becomes very rigid.
As you look around, the field is gone, aged from the time change. There stands a giant diamond hill giant, a Catoblepus skeleton, and Ring, you kind of like step back from the monolith. It's a bit heavy, and your foot hits something. You look down and kind of dig away some of the dirt, and in it is a small lockbox, and you open it, and inside is a few dragon scales, and it says, "For a Scarlet's jacket, Longtooth." And that's where we'll end it for today. I hope everyone had fun. I want to say thank you very much to everyone listening and hanging out with us. Thank you very much, AJ. AJ, I hope you had fun. Thank you very much. I know it's hard on the spot to be full of emotion, but you are all amazing. And I want to say thank you very much to our sponsors, so I could kick everyone off the stream so we could all go do stuff that we want to do for the rest of our day. I know some of us have dinner plans. So I want to say thank you very much to Hero Forge for the really cool miniatures. Thank you very much to Michael for making, I don't know if anyone's watching the stream. I'm also watching the stream. I like to talk to chat when my players are having amazing roleplay. And there is the coolest Longtooth Cecilia combo ever. I kind of want that. I might buy that from you. If you send me the file, I'm definitely going to buy that. It is so cool. Made on Hero Forge. That is some of the awesome stuff you too can do on Hero Forge. I want to say thank you very much to Sirenscape for the really cool music. That is not also, accenting the sadness that was happening, Michael. Thank you very much, though. And of course, to my amazing players. Oh, and let us not forget the chat. You guys made all of this happen. Thank you very much, chat. You are all awesome. I love you all. We all love you. You helped create this little scenario. Couldn't have done it without you. But with that being said, why don't I toss it over to my amazing players where you can find them when they're not here being emotionally tormented by me, your GM. So as always, we start the morning off right with Becca, and we will end our day with Becca. Becca?
Hello. I'm in my feelings right now. I'm trying to pull out of them. Such a good episode. I'm very sad about this ending, but it's beautiful in many ways. If you want to see me elsewhere, I'm pulling myself out. You can find me on Twitch at xcausticphoenix, and also tonight, if you want some PvP D&D, also on D20 Deathmatch. It'll be epic as always, absolutely wonderful, and we have a good time.
Hi guys, I have been AJ Winters from Win.
Oh, no way. Did she just...
No.
Oh, that is heartbreaking. Are you kidding me?
She got DC.
She got...
Oh my God.
She got frozen. Oh, that's
no.
What an ending. Oh my God. That's...
She did that on purpose. Let us
man, the world, the universe, the way things work. All right, well, in which case, guys, Cecilia, played by the ever-talented, ever-wonderful AJ Winters from Winter's Tales. Please check her out on YouTube, where she creates a wonderful array of world-building videos. Check out her Instagram, where she posts an amazing series of content that she... Oh, there she is. Good.
I can't believe that I dropped out of that as well. Oh, Lord.
Oh, my God.
You have no idea. It was a whole
You're
thing.
being real consistent.
All right, and I was just bragging back, but you can keep going if you'd like.
AJ, go.
I just released a weekly world building episode 3.5 hours ago on the desert region of my world. I am building this world one step at a time so I can host and DM a Dungeons and Dragons game in May in a studio with a really awesome cast and crew. So if you're keen on that, go check out the videos or find me on Twitch on Tuesday nights where I world build. Yay, that's me.
And hi, I'm Ari, and I cannot wrap myself around the fact that this is the last time I'm playing with you, AJ. And I mean, maybe not the last time, but the last time Cecilia is gonna be here, and we had so much more to. Oh my god, it's too soon. Not like this. I mean, my emotions too, but yeah.
You're gonna make me cry.
You're gonna make me cry. I cannot realize. I'm lost for words. Instead, I'll just quit rambling. I'm Aristocrat. I have a webcomic that comes out every Monday that's called Sally and Bean, about a grumpy witch and her cheerful dragon. Tomorrow is a very special episode which people have been waiting for, because we might see what Pazuzu the demon finally looks like, which has been a kind of a thing that's been it's been a thing. So don't miss it. And yeah, that's it for me. I'm gonna miss you so much, AJ.
And my name is Dag. I'm the Dead Aussie Gamer. Well, no, my name's Michael. I don't know why I said Dag. It's one of those days. Yeah, my brain is exploding. My heart is aching. It has been a true pleasure getting to play and getting to know Cecilia, and it's words English proper. My channel already here. If you're here, then stay here, be here. This is a cool place. I'm cool, I also have cookies, I'll give you cookies if you stay. I mean, No, I run D&D games, lots of days during the week. I'm streaming tomorrow. I'm streaming in 7 hours, so come check me out then. And we do world building for Hero Forge and my own world and stuff, and you can see me do stuff like this on Wednesdays. That is it. That is all. Yes. And I'll have more stuff to say at the end, but yeah. Jared.
Thank you very much, Michael. And so I'm your friendly neighborhood GM, Jared, from Nothing Ventured, Nothing Game. You can check out my website, nvngpodcast.com, where not only do we do podcasts so that it's easy for you to listen while going to work, we also are a live play. We play Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So whatever time zone that is, we play Wednesdays. We're playing Pathfinder 2nd Edition. I have a YouTube. I do YouTube stuff. So that's me. I am full of emotions. I am emotionally drained. But I want to say thank you very much, AJ. It's been an honor and a pleasure playing with you. I'm so lucky to have made you as a friend, and I wish you all the best. I know you're going to do amazing, and thank you for everything.
Oh God, you guys are gonna make me cry. This has been honestly so much fun. Like, when Michael invited me to be on this show, I was so excited because I got to play with new people and a new DM, and I've met some lifelong friends in this show, honestly. I'm really sad that I have to go. I don't want to. I want Cecilia to be part of this story. But I got a lot of stuff that is going in the works at the moment with the channel and with the show coming up. So I really need to dedicate to that at the moment. But who knows? Cecilia might pop in every now and then, give some words of wisdom from the past. Who knows?
And there are, of course, going to be plenty of opportunities for us to look at re-inviting AJ later on in the series, especially towards the finale. There will be efforts made to bring everyone who's played on the table back for the gripping conclusion of this amazing adventure. It's been wonderful, AJ, a true privilege, and I think I speak for everyone when I say that we look forward to the next time we play. We are going to miss you until then. But we know that it is definitely not the last time we will be around a table sharing great stories, great adventures, and awesome times. Now, another super quick announcement, first of all, is that we do have another cast member joining the table, but not necessarily immediately. And some of you have asked, what has happened to Nexon? Where is Nexon? Where is Dawn? For those of you who have been following information, Dawn has recently given birth to a beautiful child, young Val, and we wish her and her husband Ryan all the best. We love them dearly, and yes, they're just awesome people, and hopefully we will see Dawn again sometime soon, and we are keeping her seat warm for when that happens. For now, however, we are now going to go and raid Kobold Press. Kobold Press, wonderful group of individuals who produce incredible D&D based content. They're currently streaming over on their channel right now with a large cast with an amazing group of role players, many of which are in costumes. So go check them out. We'll go throw them a follow, go throw them a like, do the whole thing. Be cool. Do the thing. Like press the buttons. Every time you go to a channel, you just need you hit that follow button, throw some love hearts in, let them know you're there. Okay, cool. I'm done. All right. Good night, everyone, and thank you for joining us once again. Until we meet again, as always, from us to you, game hard or die trying. Good night, everyone.